back to Sarah's Table. Tonight we are going to play a game written by a dear friend of mine. And it is a love letter to what I, at my core, represent. And that is Midwestern Moms. This game was written by Brandy Rose. And he took his game Verhax Knockmel, which is a game that I have played here on this show before, where you are playing magical cats, the magical cat familiars of a coven of witches, and hacked all those rules. And now you are playing moms in the Midwest. There is a very important note right at the start. These moms in the game are designed with love. Jokes are not at their expense, but told fondly. These are people who love each other, themselves and their families. So please play nice. This game was designed by a queer, trans, disabled person of color. So if you are interested in playing a non-female presenting mom, the sky is the limit. I want to know who the Midwestern mom in your soul is. And I want you to let them out onto this stage. So took last week off because I was at GaryCon running around like a crazy bonkers person. And I'm excited to get back at the table. And once again, I just sent links to the 3 people here and didn't tell them what it was. And they just clicked it and they showed up. Strangely, 2 of them in wigs perfectly.
Always.
This is what happens. We're going to do a quick safety discussion. I think that is incredibly important, just as like a responsible game master or player at the table or human being. You need to know where everybody's lines and veils are. We want everyone to feel comfortable and safe because in order to play a good game and tell a good story, you need to feel vulnerable with the people around you. So here on Sarah's Table, you will never find sexual violence, violence against children, withholding food as punishment, or starvation. Is there anything else that we would like to avoid here at the table today? Okay. If we wander into territory that you didn't realize was going to make you uncomfortable, and it does, you can either like throw an X up. It's really easy to see that for me, and we'll just immediately stop. Or if you don't want to make a big gesture, you can send me a message in our Zoom chat. I will have it open the whole time. Or if you are feeling bold and comfortable enough, you can just be like, hey, Sarah, not cool. And then we'll just walk it back. We'll mulligan it. Not a problem at all. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to be your game master today and your favorite person. And I'm going to be your host, and I'm going to remind you to drink some water because I know you are dehydrated. I know you are. Mm-hmm.
Starting off that mom vibe.
Starting the mom vibe.
Gotta get it right. Have you been to the toilet?
Mm-hmm.
Did you grab your orange slice?
Right. Somebody's
we're not getting in the car. We're not getting in the car until you've been to the toilet.
Until you've gone to the bathroom. That's right. I will turn this show around. It's very funny because I was looking at all the archetypes of the moms in this game. And like, there was a time for a couple of years where I literally
you were playing
was
the bingo list. You're like,
I was a soccer mom. Like my kids both played soccer. I was in charge of snacks. Like,
did you have orange slices and Capri Sun?
We did do orange slices and Capri Sun. Also, we did they liked granola bars because I would buy the ones that had chocolate in them.
Okay, there it is.
The chocolate chip granola bars for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do the ones with like it had the line of chocolate on the bottom?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes.
Those are the best.
Oh, that's a good mom. That's a good mom right there.
That's some really good momming right there.
So the funniest part is that when I go to gigs of any kind, I still carry all those snacks because they're easy to eat on the go.
Yeah.
I just had one a couple weeks ago from you. I'm just remembering how hungry I was, and you gave me a
Yeah, no, Sarah, I don't think that ever left you.
Never left me.
Like,
I never left. I always have
been
snacks
to
with me.
with
I
you.
always
You're my con
generally,
mom.
I mean, since my kids were like toddlers, I started carrying like snack bags full of like honey nut Cheerios.
Oh, for sure.
I just always have them with me. So like regardless of what sort of gig I am at, because I have, you know, as a gig worker, you have a lot of different jobs, but I like always have like a bag of stuff that doesn't get your fingers dirty. You can eat it while you're driving. You can eat it at a table and it doesn't like make things sticky. Listen, for anybody who's
what about like tissues and wipes and stuff? You got all those?
Yeah.
Oh, the wet wipes. Wet wipes are huge.
Literally always. Yeah.
The other day I was hiking. I went through a cave. I stood up too soon and bashed my head. I didn't realize I was bleeding till I came out of the cave. And I was coming out of the cave, and there was a mom with her kids about to go into the cave, and she was like, "Oh, hold there!" And she went, "Here's some wipes, here's some tissues, here's some this." I was like, "Thank God for moms." I was like, "Thank God for moms." Yeah. Had like some antiseptic spray. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because like I used to carry, obviously, when my kids are less than 2 years apart, and so I had a diaper bag with me for years and years, and like my purse is still. It's still like real big. Like I actually have a smaller purse that holds the like essentials of like wallets and things of that nature, wallets and keys. And that goes inside a bigger purse that then has snacks and wipes.
It's a nesting doll of purses.
We used to, when the kids got old enough, they would have a backpack that had all that stuff, which I called a bag of distractions. So I'd be like, go get your bag of distractions. And they would bring it out and there would be toys and books and coloring pages and snacks. Yeah. So they still have those. They're just,
I love that.
They've evolved. Let's find out what kind of mom y'all are. But first, let's find out who you are before you
become a mom.
Morph into this mother. I'm going to start with Rob. Tell us who you are.
Hello. I'll put on my real voice for this one then, because it's me as Robert that I'm introducing. I am Robert Hartley, GM. I am a full-time dungeon master and nerd and TTRPG player professionally. I'm most well known for being the DM of a comedy group called Viva la Dirt League on YouTube, but I'm also a DM in my own right at Robert Hartley GM on all of the different platforms. I do tabletop role-playing gaming for a living, full-time, all of my waking hours. And when Sarah reaches out and says, "Hey, do you want to?" and she's almost finished the sentence when I'm saying, "Yes, please," because I love you, Sarah, and I love the games that you play, and you're always amazing company, and I love being introduced to weird new TTRPGs, where I get to play a Midwestern mom.
Who knew that there was, I mean, they're like, truly, I feel like the games that I find like prove that there is really a game about everything. Like just everything. And I still am very happy to say that I am the one that made you DM your first like non-D&D thing. Yeah. Brought you on and I was like, you have to do it. It was the same game that the next player I'm going to introduce killed me in. So
I knew that
Patrick.
Was coming. Hi. Hi, everybody. I am Patrick Keeffe. I am currently, at this moment, that gray gentleman everywhere on the internet. I do quite a lot of sketch comedy, VO content, voiceover, as well as quite a lot of TTRPG content that with some variations in between. I am somewhat of a regular here on Sarah's table, to the point where Sarah and I had a discussion early this year of, so you say yes a lot, and maybe like you should also set boundaries for yourself and not burn yourself out. I was like,
yet again, that's the mom in me coming out of like, well, as much as I love having you here all the time, like, how stressed are you, bud?
Like bouncing off of what Rob said, it's always a good time.
It's always a good time.
It's just like, it's always fun, but Yeah, I have other obligations and stuff that I should probably not
Whatever.
overburden myself with, but I am very happy to be here.
I had someone say the same to me recently. They reached out and they were like, "Can we arrange a game because we haven't played in like 3 months? And how about this Saturday?" And then afterwards, he was like, "Wait a minute, was that your only day off for the next 3 weeks?" And I was like, "Maybe."
I mean,
and he's like, "You can say no." I was like, "No, I can't. That's the problem."
Say no. There's like whole songs about that.
But yeah, it's so relatable.
I just remembered I forgot to mention pronouns. If you want to refer to me in third person, I use he or they. I'm fine with either.
Yes, actually, that's a great segue. My pronouns are also he, they. Although I think I'm going to go with she, they for this mom character.
For the mom.
Yeah, the mom. I think I'm going to go she.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll figure that out.
I will say one last thing as far as other places you can find me. I do the Writers Room 7th Sea is a wonderful 7th Sea podcast. It's all pirates all the time. And also a little bit of magic here and there. And then you can also hear my voice on the brand new Quest Chest, which just premiered at GaryCon this past weekend, or whenever you're listening to this.
It was this past weekend.
It was this past weekend. Hell yeah. I did some voiceover for a bunch of the multimedia aspects of that project, and it's an incredible piece of work, and Austin and Michael over at the Dungeon Artist and Bookworm Games respectively did an incredible job on it, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yay! Go look at it, but wait until after we're done here,
yes,
and then go look at it. And that brings us last but not least to my friend Caito.
Hello, I'm Caito. Hi, my name is Caito Aase. My pronouns are they, she, they. I use them interchangeably, just with any amount of respect. I am a professional film and theater actor, as well as a burlesque dancer. That's how I know Sarah, is through our glittery adventures on the stage.
So many sequins.
So many sequins. I've been moving and I've been packing all my costumes, and all my friends helped me move my costumes, and they were like, "Helena, get this shit out of your house.
You have maybe too much."
I said the S word. I'm sorry.
That's all right. We're PG-13.
Yeah. Okay, great.
You can get away with
but
one.
Then I will unbutton
everyone gets
one button.
Where's my dump button? My stage name is Helena Handbasket, so you can follow me on Instagram at the Helena Handbasket. I'm on Twitter at only handbasket. And you can check out my movie. I have a horror movie called Revealer that is streaming on both Shudder and Amazon Prime. It's 80s synthy horror where we like battle demons, and it's got this D&D feel. We actually fight Asmodeus at one point, which is really cool. And I have another film that is premiering in April at Panic Fest. It's called Black Mold. So if you're in Kansas City and want to check that out, do that. And I'm so excited to be here with Sarah, because once again, as soon as Sarah said, "Do you want to?" I was like, "Yes." And then I was like looking at dates, and I was like, the day before I move apartments. Let's do it.
That seems like the perfect time.
That seems like the right time to do it. But you know what? I need a little reprieve and some mom love.
We need some mom loving. That's what we're doing right now. So this hack of Verhax and Akmel is a love letter to the love and warmth in the kindest examples of the Midwestern mom archetype. To the mom friends, the friends' moms, dads who have had to be both parents, every parent who has kindly braved Hot Topic for their child. And obviously, Deborah Jo Rupp, who killed it on that 70s show. I don't know if y'all are... Did you watch that 70s show?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because, I mean, let's be real. She's the ultimate Midwestern mom. Also, like, they rebooted recently and they did that 90s show. Same with Deborah Jo Rupp.
Oh.
And she's playing the same character, and it's now her granddaughter that comes to live with her. And I just got like so excited. Like, I mean, the show is kitschy in the same sort of way that that 70s show was, but like she's so great in it, and I just want to like eat one of her casseroles and sit at her table. All right, so let's find out who you are. I need everybody to roll me a d6. Okay. I see a 3. I see a 3 first from Patrick. So Patrick, today you are playing. Yes. Today you are playing the soccer mom.
Perfect.
When you said you wanted your own soccer team, you were not kidding. With over 4 kids, maybe even several sets of twins. Wouldn't you know, they run in the family. My goodness. You've got routine down to a science. You are a well-oiled machine. Wait, what's in your mouth, honey? Okay, both of you. Hey, stop. So as a soccer mom, you get +1 on any feats of organization. Pardon me, but nobody can multitask and keep track of things like a mom of more than 4. You, however, get -1 on anything spontaneous. Oh, Lord.
That makes sense.
You cannot tell a fib. You cannot smooth talk through things. You can do many things, darling, but telling untruths, it's not.
Oh, it's not me,
one
honey.
of them. No, you're probably in the middle of everything you're doing, stopping because little Timmy is eating something again. What is in your mouth? Stop.
Skittles up the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Stop eating the gravel.
We also don't eat Play-Doh. Hey, we also don't eat Play-Doh.
I know it's salty.
No.
It's good for electrolytes, but not right now, sweet.
It's the hey for me. Hey.
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 I have to tell this story. When my kids were little, we would say, "Hey, focus," which would bring them back, right? They would bring them back to us. And my brother was visiting one time. He is 4 years older than me. And he was playing with my oldest, who at the time was itty bitty. And he was also trying to tell a story and was ignoring them. And so they said, "Uncle Chris, focus." And he did. He immediately was like, "Sloop." He went back and he was like, "I'm sorry, I'm doing the thing." And then he stopped and was like,
wait a minute.
and he looked at me like, "Do you see what they just did?" And I was like, "It works." They very clearly. Hey, focus.
Hey.
All right. Rob, what did you roll?
I rolled the number uno.
Number 1. Rob, my dear, you are the master chef.
Oh.
Yeah. That Gordon Ramsay. Now, if he only tried a bite of your quiche, that's an award-winning dish. And it is 6 years in a row, and I am coming for that 7th, Barb. Your recipes, your mom's recipes, your grandmother's recipes, all the way back to Eve, really, are kept in a book older than time and thicker than fresh butter on a cool day, and you can always trust them to heal almost every wound. As a master chef, you get +1 on any culinary tasks. Move over, Ina. You've got nothing on my casserole. -1 on any feats of patience. Oh, Lordy, you have certainly had some stern words with your oven and the things that the microwave has heard. Listen, if an appliance could blush.
Honey, what I want is some of those new, those self-cleaning ones.
Oh,
Could you imagine?
You know what they have now? They have liners for your crock pot.
I've heard.
Take it out, throw them away. You don't even have to wash it.
Honey, here's the thing. I've tried one. It tastes different.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody else can tell, but I swear.
But
I
you
swear
can
it.
tell.
I've tried it and I can tell.
All right. You know what? That's fair.
I think what it is you can taste the extra effort it puts into cleaning it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, it's like how you have to season your cast iron, right? It's the more time you've used it, the more love goes into it.
You can taste the love from the previous meals.
God help you if you put that thing through the washing machine. She will.
Oh no. It's not a dishwasher
you will be
situation.
dead to me.
This is not a dishwasher situation.
No.
All right, Caito, what did you roll?
Originally I had rolled a 3, but I re-rolled and got a 2. Is that acceptable?
That is absolutely acceptable.
I can't tell a fib.
Cannot tell a fib. Well, you might be able to tell a fib. You, my dear, are the arts and crafts aficionado.
Yes.
Oh my, you glued your darn
Brilliant.
fingers together again. Thank God it's just Elmer's. The school projects that leave your house belong in a museum. As the arts and crafts aficionado, you get +1 on any creative actions. You are not the glitter queen for nothing. So appropriate. -1 on any organizational tasks. You're great with the ideas, not so much with avoiding a mess on the way to executing them. Oh, what are we going to do about that?
Well, I did teach art for like 6 years at the community college.
Of course you did. I think, there's a chance that like of everyone, I feel like you would probably be the one that like helped with your kids' like Girl Scout troops, going in and doing the brownie leader thing.
Yeah, we came in, we did little noodle paintings. Everybody did such a lovely little noodle painting with their little macaronis.
So
it was
good.
great until it was time for cleanup. And then, Jordy was eating the glue again. And it's just.
Well, your kids love to put weird things in their mouths.
And I suppose that helps with their immunocompromisation.
Does it?
I don't know what that was. I have no idea what that was.
I'm excited. I love it.
It continues into adulthood, believe me.
It just keeps happening. They just keep putting weird things in their mouths. Okay, so I need to know how many children that you have and I need your mom's name, how many children that you have, and how old you are.
I'm gonna start rolling some dice. So as a full-time professional dungeon master, I've created an NPC creator table. So I'm just gonna roll a bunch of dice and see how many kids I've got and what they are.
See how many kids you have.
I got 3
Mom's
kids.
names, kids, and what?
I need to know how old you are. I guess if you have a partner of any kind. How many kids you got?
All right, let's have a look. My first kid, I've got 3 kids.
3 kids?
The first one is, it looks like they are, from my NPC table, they are, they are not cis. They have come out as trans female.
Okay.
They are able-bodied. They are heterosexual. They are, let's see, they're calm. Their name begins with an R.
Oh.
And they are 17
I want whatever
years old.
generator you're using here. This is amazing.
one.
It's a homebrewed one for creating NPCs in my games. All right. So they are their name I think begin with an R with my letters. So I think they go by Richie.
Okay. And how old are they?
17 years old.
17. All right.
Which puts me into a slightly older category myself, but hey.
Doesn't have to. We've all seen Gilmore Girls.
True. All right. Next one. I'll roll my other 2. People can do this.
Okay. What about Patrick? How many kids do you have?
Well, the dice decided 6.
Yeah.
Which I suppose fits.
Yeah. Are any of them multiple births?
Yes. Rory and Remus were twins. Rory's non-binary and Remus is trans-masked.
And how old are they?
They are both 13. Whatever God exists, help my soul.
Okay, good. What about the other 4?
So we've got Ryder and Rayland.
Oh my God.
With 2 boys.
Are they also twins?
They are not, actually.
Okay.
Ryder is the youngest. He's about 6 years old. Rayland, however, is about 12.
Okay.
And then we've got Robbie, who is going to be 16 in 7 months.
So 15. Got it.
15 and,
I understand.
15
in math. Good.
15 in math.
And
And
your
then
last
we got
one?
Rocky. Yeah. And then Rocky. Rocky is, oh God, I can never remember.
Oh no.
Rocky is, let's say, Rocky's 14.
14.
So most of them are older.
And then there was a
And then-
gap, and then Ryder.
then Ryder's a surprise.
He's an oops baby, a surprise baby.
A planned surprise.
Yeah, sure.
Everything was planned.
It obviously you needed one more to complete.
Exactly.
Caito, how many kids do you have?
I don't like all
I have
of it.
Two kids.
I rolled and I got two little, just female little baby beans.
Oh, and what are their names?
The 11-year-old, her name is Tina,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see here, 8-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rolling for it as we speak. That would be little Jenny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
They both go to Montessori school.
Of course they do.
This accent is going to go straight to New Jersey.
It is just a little bit. I mean, it's a little.
It's going to go to Jersey.
Maybe you are a transplant. Like
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
you're
actually,
from Jersey originally.
Yeah. I'm from Rumson, New Jersey originally, but we got very excited about this idea because my spouse, Yvette,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she got a very lovely job offer because she's a college professor and she got a job offer to teach in Indiana. And I know it's a little unconventional, a lesbian couple in Indiana, but we're here with our lovely family.
And so were you, did you carry your kids? Did your spouse carry your kids?
My spouse did. She was very proud.
Yeah.
We had a home birth for both of them. We had doulas.
Love it.
Yeah.
And what is your name? And
my name is Nance.
Nance. That's
In honor of our friend Nance.
perfect. I want so much for Nance to watch this episode. I will send it to her.
I will text her.
Okay, so Nance is married to Yvette.
I'm 36.
36. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. My name is Deirdre Holland.
Deirdre.
And my lovely partner, Linda, and I have been together for about 12 years now. Although, that was after the initial stint of children.
Sure. Is the previous part, are you co-parenting with the previous partner?
There was no previous partner. It was just whether or not we wanted to make it official, or if we wanted to separately. And then we decided it was going to be fine.
Okay. All right. Great.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
I'm 41.
Mm-hmm.
Linda's 39.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah. And we both carried 3 of our children.
Oh.
We're all about the symmetry in this.
We'll split the difference.
We're all about the symmetry in this household. That's where Rocky came from. She was, we had 5, and I just can't deal with odd numbers. So
you need to be able to pair up. Everybody needs a buddy, right?
Exactly,
When you're going somewhere.
Everything works on the buddy system around here.
Yes, obviously. All right, Rob.
All right.
We need your other 2 children.
I got you. All right. So I'm Becky. I'm 37 years old. I had my first when I was only 20, and then there was 5 years. So that was Richie. Richie, we made a mistake when Richie was born, thinking that she was male. She later, when she was about 16, she told us that we'd made a mistake there. Mm-hmm. And so we've changed from Richard to Richie. Mm-hmm. And she goes by Richie now.
I love the way that you phrased that. That's so good.
Yeah. She's able-bodied. She's a very active person, and she's quite calm. She's a quite calm person too. Doesn't get heated. My second born, Andrew. As yet, we think we've done right this time by identifying him as male. He's 12 years old at the moment. Right. He's able-bodied as well. He's quite carefree, and he's quite a curious person. And then our third born, our little one, is Shannon. Shannon's 8 years old. She's expressing no interest in romance yet. She's proclaiming that she's aromantic, but we'll see if that continues into her puberty. She's able-bodied too, and she's quite an anxious person, but she's super smart.
Sure, super smart.
Real smart. Yes,
Wicked smart.
Real smart.
Wicked smart.
My husband is Oham. That's Auham. He's I didn't actually roll his age. Let's see. So I'm gonna go with he's actually younger than me. He's actually 35.
No. A
He's,
cougar in the mist.
only a 2-year difference, my dear. All right. But he was 18 when we had our oldest. Let's see, what sort of a personality is my husband? He is quite lively and quite. Oh, he's a little bit depressed at the moment, apparently.
Oh,
So
poor guy.
he's a little bit down on his luck at the moment. We're going through some troubles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure we'll get into that and see what happens.
Yeah.
So I need to know from each of you what your current greatest desire is and how you are trying to fulfill every day.
I mean,
What do you want to start with?
I mean, the ones that you gotta say, obviously, the ones that people expect to like, oh, I want my kids to grow up happy and healthy and live the life they want and stuff. But everybody wants that.
Sure.
So like on a more personal level,
100%.
Right.
I'm coming for that. I'm coming for that next that what was it? The seventh
yeah,
the annual Tri-County
Bake
Off. Yeah.
Yeah, your Bake Off.
Yeah, Bake Off. I'm going for the 7th annual win of the Bake Off.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about me rolling the Master Chef is that Robert doesn't know the first thing about cooking or food and is not a foodie at all. I've pulled up a blog called MidwesternMoms.com that has
Oh my gosh.
that has 84 pages of different recipes, each with about 20 recipes on each page. So I've got appetizers, breakfast, main dishes, sides, desserts. I've got them all in front of me for whenever I need to reference food.
So
I can filter by course, by holiday, by ingredient. Apparently, it's a hell of a blog.
How are you like working toward getting the 7th win? Like, are you practicing daily?
I'm exploring different recipes every day. My husband, it's one of the things he says is the only thing getting him through this bout of depression is the amount of food that I'm bringing him. He loves food. It's one of the things he loves most about me is how much I'm cooking, and I am bringing him all kinds of different dishes. He says our toilet's never seen so much devastation from the amounts of weird ingredients that we're using, unfortunately. But hey, it's doing wonders for our life. But it's wreaking havoc on his digestive tract.
Let me tell you what, you are doing God's work.
When I said she would kill, that's not what I meant.
Yeah. All right, so good. We're working on that. What about Nance? What is your?
It's Nance Van Pelt, by the way.
Of course it is.
Of the Van Pelts.
Obviously.
So my main goal in life is I just really am very excited about this idea of opening my own craft store where we can have classes and everybody can come and have a nice little time. You could throw a little birthday party,
Love that.
But much to Yvette's chagrin, again, I'm not the most organized of people. So she's the one who's got to do the books. I'm here for the creative side. I'm just here to live my life. Realistically, Nance probably has like a streak of pink in her hair. She wears fun, funky nail polish today. It's like a little bit of a chartreuse color. She wears lots of pretty.
Is this like, I mean, like with the crafty, do you also like make your kids like clothes and accessories and things of that nature?
Absolutely. You know what was one of my most favorite things is I found this mom blog that was really exciting because you can get in there and you can find out how to upcycle your kids' clothes. So realistically, my children have never had new clothing. We just all of those hand-me-downs we transform into something new. They might be, it looks like Tina might be outgrowing it a little bit. She's getting into those preteen years, so we got
but there are some fabulous thrift stores.
Absolutely.
And like maybe if Yvette or you are done with some of your clothes, you could change them into things for the children.
It's brilliant. I'm actually self-taught on the sewing machine.
No.
Yes, I am.
Amazing.
Yes, I am. I watched on
you
the
would
YouTube.
never tell. You could never tell.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I know my way around a French seam. Let's just say that.
So all right. And what about Deidre?
So Now, as a soccer mom, that's not exact. Like, I'm not going to force all of my kids to do soccer. That is just
Sure.
sort of the way that I approach most things in life is
Mhm,
through
mhm.
rigid organization and keeping everything in perfect balance. Life does not always live up to those expectations. My ideal goal right now is to teach my children perfect symmetry. Now,
Oh,
that doesn't mean that they can't be strategically asymmetrical, especially
Sure.
with their fashion choices. You know, we got Rory and Remus. They've been shopping at the Hot Topic very frequently as of late, and they've got all
Yeah.
the chains and the baggy, the trip pants. And like,
Mhm.
I get it. I listen to Ramstein, and in this moment, not in this moment, but the band, you know, I'm a bit of a
Oh my
Midwestern
God.
emo mom. And I get it. I'm all about the forward fashion. But if you're going to have chains on the right leg, and then you have to have something on the left arm. You know
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
need
saying?
to you need to balance it out.
I have to teach them perfect organization. Okay. And if
Yeah.
that means controlled chaos, then that is what we will settle for.
Yeah.
That is
This
perfectly
this
fine.
let me tell you what, your children for sure gonna listen to you and love that so much. So much.
It's a
Good luck
constant
with that.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
challenge.
We love Deirdre.
we love Deirdre. Okay, so we need to find out the era and the setting that we have placed our three Midwestern moms. So are we in a cul-de-sac in 1975? Are we on a main street in the 90s? Is this like above connected shops in the middle of a town? Are we by the Canadian border? Are we in duplexes in 2002? Is it present day? Like,
We don't roll for this. We just come up with
no,
it.
this is just as a group. We get
What
to
are you guys
decide.
thinking? What's your
But-
gut?
Let's
I
just
don't know.
decide on time period. I'm thinking like,
Time period.
especially if there was a Rammstein mention, I'm thinking like
Yeah.
90.
90s.
Mhm.
You could do 90.
Especially with
yeah.
the Hot Topic. We want to make sure
Like
it
late,
fits. But
like late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like
90s, early
like
2000s kind of deal.
96. I'm thinking Nine Inch Nails heyday.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
absolutely.
Sure.
Perfect. It is
Yeah, let's go
1996.
mid 90s.
Where do we live?
This is how people write plays. You know that.
Mhm.
This is how all playwrights write plays.
I am planning on turning whatever happens today into some sort of staged production.
I feel
Okay, but like I would do
I feel like it may be cliche, but I'm thinking suburbs. I'm thinking suburbs.
Yeah.
The
For
burbs.
some sort of
Yeah.
subdevelopment, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Something with like if it just feels like if we were like big inner city kind of thing, then maybe our individual wants that we just went through wouldn't be quite as important to us. Like
Sure.
winning a bake off and being
Plus,
soccer
I
mom
mean,
kind
plus
of stuff.
if you're in the suburbs, then like you get so much more space.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's just there's so much room for so little
you
money.
can have a fenced in yard so that your kids can
Yeah.
go play outside.
I'm
Are we
currently
in
on
are we in
pick a-
Michigan? Are we in Wisconsin?
Oh.
Are we in
I'm currently on
Minnesota?
pickarandomstategenerator.com
Yeah.
and
Do
it
it.
is giving me every single East Coast state that it
Everything
possibly
except
could.
Everything except Midwestern.
I've gotten New
No,
Jersey,
we will not be
Rhode
from
Island,
New Hampshire.
Massachusetts, New York, and Georgia.
I mean, so we've got well, if
Keep
we're in the
clicking.
Midwest, we
Oh
got
my
we got
God,
your
come
Indiana,
on.
we got your Illinois, we got your Wisconsin, got your Michigan.
Minnesota.
I mean,
Minnesota?
sounds like a
Even
D6.
I would even
Sounds
say
like
one
a
of the
D6 to me.
Dakotas.
We're gonna leave this up to you guys. 'cause
Could be-
this does
could be
not
a Dakota.
Sounds like a
Midwest.
D6 to me.
Oh, take a D6. I'll roll it.
All right.
I'll roll it, and Rob, you tell us the number.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Tell us what the
I'll,
number corresponds to.
Wait. We'll go
Yeah,
1,
write it
2,
down.
3, 4, 5, 6. So roll it. Have you got a D8?
Yes, I can get one.
We'll go North
Old
Dakota,
clue.
South Dakota, Minnesota.
Boy, South Dakota.
Oh, Iowa. We can't forget Iowa. We're going to get in a
Forget
lot of
Iowa,
trouble.
that's
Does,
Or-
does Iowa,
or
does Iowa count as
Ohio?
Midwest? Iowa seems
Yes.
way too far.
Iowa and
I'm
Ohio
gonna-
count as Midwest. So let's do a D10.
I am
Hold
gonna
on,
change
hold
my
on.
accent because I realize I've been doing New Jersey the whole time.
I've been doing
You
Jersey
could have
as a
moved. You
transplant.
could have moved. You could have been from New Jersey,
Listen,
but now you live in.
I just
We
pulled
can't
up
all be from New Jersey over here.
I just pulled up I just searched Midwest states, and there's 8 that were the first 8 that were listed, which is already an item.
There you go. There's your D8.
So give me a D8.
You got a D8.
You got it.
Does it include the Dakotas?
It doesn't. I think those are after
We'll skip I think that's okay. I rolled a 7.
Y'all are from Missouri.
Oh,
the show me state.
To me, that's Southern.
But because of
it's right in the middle.
It's
right next.
You
to
ever been to
Nebraska,
Kansas
right?
City? It's like this really fun combination.
Nebraska.
I feel like we're just outside of Kansas City.
Oh yeah,
outside.
of course, for sure, right in Kansas City.
I just really love Patrick like flexing into this accent as a means. I hope I don't derail you.
I am trying so hard.
You're doing great.
In a suburb.
I don't think I am.
Okay. Of Kansas Kansas City Mo. All right. So and is this like, are y'all neighbors?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah,
we're friendly.
Like in like a cul-de-sac kind of area.
Yeah, well, like a gossip group kind of thing. We
we get together. We have a little wine night.
Wine.
I love to host a craft night.
I was gonna say, are you part of like a book club that you don't ever
wines
visit?
and crafts.
Like a little stitching bitch.
You're so
wine club.
bad.
We'll get together. I'll always bring things. Obviously, I'll bring things for you to try.
No, we love when you bring your little finger foods, all your little finger foods.
There'll be all sorts of things.
Okay.
Perfect.
We're going to introduce our characters from the morning, their mornings, and then before oh my something's happening, we're going to take our break. So here's the thing. You will now introduce your character via narrating a montage of their morning. How do you wake up? Are you up before any rooster, or do your kids drag you out of La La Land? Do you wake up to the dulcet tones of Mom? Or do you wake up to the aggressive death metal of breaking through your teen sticker-covered walls? What's for breakfast? Who needs to catch the bus? What's the plans today? This all continues until everyone has told me what happens in their morning. Sure. Who would like to go first? Who of y'all do you think is up first? I have an idea of who I think is up first. Yes.
You tell us.
Very clearly, it's Deirdre.
I would imagine the one with the most kids.
Oh, yeah, I do believe I'm up first. Okay.
Look,
we've got a strict, very clearly segmented and what's the word for it? Regimented, but also like different plateaus of when the kids need to get up.
Okay.
And so each of the kids that are in the same age group, they've got the soundproof rooms so that the younger ones can sleep in a little bit, because of course their school starts much later than the older kids. So we've got Remus and Rory are getting up at the crack of dawn at 6 o'clock, which is an hour after I've already gotten up, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Followed by very swiftly by both Robbie and Rayland. And we can't forget Ryder, of course, because they were all kind of within that same age group. We got the oldest ones in high school. We got the one who's just coming into the freshman year, and then we've got the other two who are in middle school who are right behind. And then much later on can sleep in a little bit later. We've got Ryder, the youngest, of course, at 6, is going to be much later. Now, Rory and Remus both have their band practice after school, so we got to make sure that their instruments are all cleaned and organized and everything's in their instrumental cases before they leave the house. We've got Robbie and we've got Rocky, who are both in the soccer club. Okay, we're continuing with the soccer mom trend. We got to make sure that they've got their orange slices for when they do practice after school. And we got to make sure that they both got their Gatorades. Of course, everybody's got their Gatorades. Got to keep those electrolytes up. We're not a big fan of the sugar in this house, so it's Gatorade Zero. Or the non-branded equivalent of nuts.
Costco brand.
Yeah.
Exactly. Costco brand, whatever electrolyte drink you got there. None of that vitamin water that's too high on the sugars. And then we got Rayland, who as if I'm recalling correctly, as I'm making this up, give me a moment.
I have it written down.
Beautiful. Okay. Great.
How old they are? Do you need how old they are?
No, Rayland's the 12-year-old.
Correct.
Yes.
Got it.
Rayland has been experimenting with their art classes. So, Nance has been assisting them with some of that. And so they've got a bit of an art, like after school art project, little creative think tank thing that they got going on over there. And then Ryder actually has been very into it. Now they're young, of course their tastes could change, but they've been very into the cooking and the baking, and we got them their little playtime chef thing, but we've also got them their little like easy bake oven, and they've been doing some things with Rob, what's your character's name again?
I'm Becky.
Becky, of course, yeah. Becky's been helping them out with some very simple recipes. They've been learning to make some crispy the Rice Krispie
some easy lemon bar Rice Krispie treats recipe.
Also good.
Here
That
in front of
sounds
me.
delicious.
Combining
It sounds
the two.
delicious. A hybrid snack, if you will.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a hectic morning. We want to,
I gotta ask a question. As a Midwestern mom myself, do you ever allow your kids sugar, and like how often do you let them have like puppy chow?
We tried at puppy chow.
Puppy chow. Do you know what puppy chow is?
I'm not familiar with puppy chow.
It's like
puppy chow.
It's Chex Mix or Chex
it is
cereal?
a snack. You take Chex cereal, you coat it in a mixture of peanut butter and chocolate, and then you
you're talking about Muddy Buddies. Okay,
here in the Midwest,
it's called the puppy chow. Yeah.
Well,
puppy chows are an occasional treat. Okay, we
here right in front of me on the Midwestern Moms blog. I've got 5 different recipes for puppy chow. I got cosmic brownie. Listen to Becky, honey. You want to know about puppy chow? I got cosmic brownie puppy chow. I got St. Patrick's Day puppy chow. I got hot
cosmic
cocoa
brownie
puppy chow
is for adults only.
I got Easter puppy chow. I got a puppy chow recipe for St. Valentine's Day. I got you covered for puppy chow.
Okay, but I actually want these recipes.
I know. I'm gonna have to go to the
Send this
blog
blog
site. I gotta
in
go.
our in our little side chat.
Please send it to me.
I need
for
this.
sure. A puppy chow is an occasional treat. We'll usually do puppy chow on Wednesdays where everybody gets it. Now, we do allow them a little bit of sugar because, we don't want them to crash halfway through the day. They're going to be needed to pay attention in class. But we try to do the sugar substitutes, which have been getting a lot better since back in my day when we had the stevia that tasted like bitter chalk. It was terrible.
Not great.
Tell me about it, honey.
But a lot of like the natural sugars, like the coconut and the apple, like sugar derivatives. They're actually very sweet and very tasty.
I would imagine that maybe Becky makes those.
I'll tell you as well. Sure. I'll tell you as well. The Becky 100%. Definitely makes you a bunch of different sugar-free options for you. But I also, it's a little bit on the down low. But I'll send Andrew in his lunchbox. I'll send him with a couple extra delicious chocolate peppermint cookies.
Oh yeah,
knowing that him and Rayland are in the same class. They're both 12 years old, and so I'll usually send Andrew with a couple of cookies for Rayland as well, knowing that he doesn't get much. Knowing that he doesn't get much sugar at home.
We don't know that, though.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And of course, with Rory and Remus, they've been getting into the hot topic stuff. So occasionally they need to, have all of their like chains and the little strappy doos on their shirts.
Yeah, it's sometimes a multiple person.
They gotta do their makeup, and I gotta make sure that their wings are looking nice and neat, and that it's not too messy with the eyeliner. We want them to we want them to look edgy, but we don't want them to look a mess. So that's what we're going with. Yeah.
Edgy, but not messy.
Correct.
Got it.
Takes a lot of work to look like Jeremy.
Yeah. We're going to have
How old are Remus and Rory?
Remus and Rory are both 16.
Well, you originally said 13.
I was mistaken. They're 13. Oh, that's right. Robbie's the 16-year-old, of course.
Yeah.
Robbie's
Forgive 16. Me. My children have just popped into existence within
and I gotta tell you, sometimes when you're going through and you have a bunch of them, you cycle through a bunch of the names before you even get to them, right? Like
exactly.
Do you have
Robbie's
any pets? I know that sometimes when I would be cycling through, and I only have 2, that sometimes I would call them by the other one's name or like the cat's name. Like sometimes
there's a famous example in my family of my mom going through the entire family and the dog before getting to my brother.
Yeah.
He was like, Ben, Ben before me. He's the dog.
He's the dog. I don't know. It's hard.
So I am going to take a little bit from real life and say that our dog's name is Riley, which is what my family dog is named. And yes, that has 100% happened with us as well.
Perfect.
So we've got Robbie's your
Griffin,
eldest?
Riley, Patrick, damn it.
Is Robbie your eldest? 16?
Robbie is the eldest, yeah.
And then Remus and Rory and Raylan.
Robbie and then Rocky.
Rocky is 14.
Who is the girl. And then we've got Remus and Rory. Rory's non-binary, and Remus is trans male. He's coming into his own, and we're very proud of him. We've got him started on T real early.
And then we got
13,
Rayland, and then Rayland's 12.
Is 12, and then we got Ryder,
who's 6.
And then Ryder's the last one at 6.
The last one. Well, for now.
Look, if we have another one, then we have. If we have a 7, then we gotta have an 8.
Gotta have 2.
Because then we gotta have that even number.
I totally
Everybody's
understand.
gotta have a buddy.
Okay, so your house. Everybody has gotten off to school. They've gotten all of their extracurriculars ready to go. Whew, you are. It's a frenzy of all of that happened in approximately 2 hours.
Yes.
Very impressive. Who is up next?
I think probably me, because I got some cooking to do.
Yes. Okay.
I got to get the breakfasts done.
What do you make for breakfast?
So I get up at 6 a.m. because my husband gets up at 6:30 for work, and so I got to make sure that I got to make myself look presentable, and then I got to make him some breakfast before he goes to work, and then just as he's getting ready for work, the kids are getting up, so I got to make breakfast for them as well. So it's usually a full English. My brother, my lovely Oham, he loves his cooked breakfasts. So it's the works. It's bacon and sausage and eggs and beans, and there's been some debate in the community about whether chips should belong in a full English breakfast or not. I'm of the opinion that chips are not a breakfast food, so I don't do the breakfast, but I do him a slice of toast with butter.
That's nice.
The kids, they're a bit fussy. They don't like Richie, she's not fussy. She'll take whatever. And she's quite self-sustainable. She just likes a bowl of cereal and she gets it herself.
Sure.
Andrew, he doesn't like the beans with his breakfast. So I do the same sort of breakfast, but it's mostly just the bacon, the sausage, the eggs. And then Shannon, she prefers pancakes, but those are sometimes food. And so like weekends and special occasions, she'll get pancakes, but otherwise she'll have the breakfast that the others get as well with the full English sort of things.
Do you ever do like fancy pancakes? Or are they just like your
course.
standard? Yeah.
Oh no, of course you gotta go fancy. Only on the fancy occasions, like
sure, of course,
pancakes because it's a weekend.
Birthdays and things of that nature, you go fancy.
For birthdays and things, yeah. I've been trying with the pancake art. Have you heard about this?
I have heard about that.
Yeah, there's I got a whole set of them now. I got myself a set of the pipings. They're kind of like icing bags, but they're slightly different. And then you pipe them in at different amounts. You put some coloring in them sometimes.
Love it.
The whole thing. I'm not great yet, but I'm working. I have a
recipe that I have made before that you make pancakes with funfetti cake mix. So
interesting. You got to send me that recipe.
I will absolutely send you that recipe. I think Shannon would probably like it.
That's what I'll be doing in the mornings. Usually while I'm making the breakfast, right before I've made the breakfast, I'll put in the cookies, and then I'll put the cookies in the lunch boxes for the treats for the day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And just do your kids have any after school activities, or do they come home right after school?
Let me see. What do they like? Shannon's a smart cookie, so she's probably joined some sort of a club for like a chess club or something.
Sure.
So I'm going to say that she is part of. She's part of a debate club on Wednesdays, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays she does chess. She does Well, it's not just chess, but it's called a chess club. But they do all sorts of other strategy sort of games, real-time strategy games. Richie, I've got down as being quite active, so I think Richie, she's probably into her sports at the moment. She's on the badminton team. She's doing badminton.
I heard they're doing the girls' team doing real well this year.
Doing real well, yeah.
Yeah,
Partly
yeah.
because of Richie, if I say
I'm
so
sure,
myself.
obviously, because of Richie.
She's doing real well. And I must say, the other people on the team, she was worried about coming out to them about being a girl. They've been super accepting. It's a world that we live in nowadays. The young ones are much more accepting than their parents.
Mm-hmm.
We've been getting some interesting looks when I go to pick them up from the parents, but the children all getting along super well.
Good.
It's super nice to see. So she's doing badminton. She also does some running, some track and field stuff too. Andrew, he's not really found his thing yet. He's curious. He's trying out a lot of things. We've had him in a couple of first looks at tried some rugby, tried some sports, not really his thing. We tried some different clubs and things, not really his thing. So we're thinking maybe music. He's asked us if he can start playing piano. So we're going to get him into some piano lessons. Yeah.
That sounds great. All right. And what's going on with Nance? When does Nance get up?
I like to roll out of bed a little late, a little indulgent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, Yvette. So when I said of the Van Pelts, I meant that Yvette is the Van Pelt because she's a lawyer.
Yeah.
She's a criminal lawyer. So, she's got a lot of very high profile clients.
Of course.
So it's, she gets the kiddos up in the morning. She's so sweet. She'll bring me a little coffee moment. We hang out. We have a nice little time in the morning. She just knows I'm a little bit of a grumpy Gus.
Sure.
My coffee, and we have a nice little sip together. And then by the time I get out of bed, the kiddos are already moving. We got Jenny, she's brushing her teeth. We got Tina, she's already dressed for school. She's getting really into the fashion thing. She's really leaning into it. She told me that one of her exciting club things that she's working on, she really wants to be in the theater. But she specifically wants to focus on costume designing.
Lovely.
I know.
Just following in your footsteps a little bit with the sewing machine.
Truly, she picked it up and she's just running with it, and I love that. And little Jenny, she's dabbling in sports. She's trying some stuff out. She likes softball. She's really great at swim team. She's great at swim team. She really likes to go to swim practices. So that will get her off or early in the morning. She'll go.
Yeah. So she's maybe out of the house before you even get up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I tend to take care of Tina a little bit. Tina and I have a little bit of a bond, with the artsy ones.
Sure.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly. Oh yeah. And then we just, take our time. I go drop her off at school. Sometimes I offer, if there's a carpool moment, I like to offer. And but sometimes, Deirdre's she's got a schedule. So it's a little bit oh, you can't drop my kids off late. But I always drop Tina off a little bit.
Yeah, I understand.
Remind me, Jenny
We've
and Tina,
learned to live with it.
What are the
Tina's 11. That's the one who's very much, she's getting into the theater side. And then Jenny is very excited about something. She's 8. Yes, she got the 8-9 category. She got most improved last season in swim team, and it was great. Yeah. She's really working hard on her butterfly.
She hung that ribbon on the wall. Yeah, I mean, you framed it and made it pretty. Obviously.
Oh yeah, we did it. We had and then once we get all of the ribbons from all of her seasons, we're gonna make a little quilt.
Love it. We love a quilt. All right, so everybody's up. I have a really good picture of who all these women are. A very clear picture. And I would love for you all to roll me a d6 so that I know who messes things up first. Okay, so we got a 2 and a 3. Oh, we got a double 3. I need Patrick and Rob to roll off for me.
It's a roll off.
Roll off again.
One more.
6.
Okay.
6. All right. So,
we're competing on screwing.
I don't know whether I won or lost quite yet.
Deirdre would have a catastrophe first.
It's maybe a little bit of both, really. I think. Okay, so I'm going to just real quick, I'm going to set the scene for us, and then we're going to take our break. So let's just see. We're going to go over to the sheesh table real quick. Sheesh. just gonna scoot right past you there.
Let me just,
Oh, dear.
sorry, let me just
Oh,
scooch
no.
on past.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Just-
I'll just go.
gosh.
Let me just scooch.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Oh,
my
so
scoochum.
sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, sorry.
Ah, jeez.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
gosh.
Since I moved to Chicago 11 years ago, I do say "ope" now.
Yeah,
That was
I
not in my
100%.
vernacular
Oh.
before.
And it got real popular with that whole meme, the anti-ope.
Also,
And
like,
And I
also I say, welp.
Yep.
That's a thing
Well.
that happens as well. I rolled a 5. I need you to know that the higher I roll, the worse the thing is.
Oh no, Deirdre.
On a D6 or a D20? Because that's,
On a-
5 steps.
On a D6.
Okay.
So
Oh,
here
dear. Oh,
is
shucks.
what happened.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh, no.
Ah, sheesh. Ah, jeez.
Family book club. This is perfect for you, by the way. Family book club got a bit competitive.
Okay.
So it's funny you should ask like how it got
Yeah.
competitive. The thing is, okay, listen, long story short,
How does a book club get competitive?
somebody
for
from the
reading?
other school
Oh,
district.
well, no, never mind. I figured it
Listen,
out.
listen. Somebody from the other school district called somebody else's casserole dry. And
Oh,
this
my stars and garters.
and this somebody
Oh my
said,
God.
"Oh, is it, dear?" And then they flung a handful, and there is now an all-out food fight in your living room.
Huh?
Teens are having a
honey.
blast.
Oh, nay.
But you have
Bless
got
your
to get the
heart.
band together and win. I mean, and stop it.
Oh,
You gotta win.
that's
But also-
almost as bad as
but
when
also
Nora
when-
stole my broccoli recipe 8
Oh,
years ago and said it
I
was
remember.
hers.
I mean, we don't
You said
talk
it
to
was
her
hers?
anymore. We don't talk to her anymore.
We don't talk about Nora.
No, how dare we? And so I want everybody to just see how that's happening, right? We'll just have that thought. I want that all to percolate in your brain, and we're gonna take a 5-minute bio break. And you all, everybody watching at home, you can go grab yourself some casserole, some puppy chow, maybe something to drink. If you got like a cosmic brownie,
I'm gonna spend that 5 minutes looking up the sloppiest food that I can find on this
sloppy
blog.
food, yeah,
Sloppy Joe's.
sloppy
Sloppy
Joe's.
Joe's.
Sloppy Joe's is right in front of me. I already got
Sloppy
it.
Joe's are good.
I got a recipe for easy sloppy Joe mac and cheese right here.
I feel like
right here waiting.
like very
Beautiful.
Midwestern, especially at an event like this, would be like a cheese ball.
Oh,
I gotta
Right?
find some like rock cakes that we can knock out.
Or like a
those
popcorn
ladies out
ball.
with.
Popcorn
noodle
balls
casserole.
also
Popcorn
good.
balls
Tuna
are
noodle casserole, some
very
sort of
good.
casserole for sure. Anyway, this is all just making me very hungry. So I'm
I know,
gonna
right?
go.
I'm hungry now.
Gonna go get myself a snack. Gonna refill my water. And we will be right back here in about 5 minutes with all of the Midwestern mom love that you could possibly need. So we'll see you soon. Welcome back from the break. We made it. I do need everyone at home to know that I do have puppy chow just right here.
Is it St. Valentine's puppy chow? Is it
just
is it Patrick's Day puppy chow?
Just original puppy chow.
I did have my orange slices.
I did have your orange slices.
Pretzel sticks for me.
We're doing so good.
I had fruit toast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also had a grilled cheese. That's true. Yeah.
I love grilled cheese.
I had a grilled cheese for breakfast.
The best.
Grilled cheese for breakfast, highly underrated breakfast.
Highly underrated, especially because I don't like eggs. So something that is not eggy.
Yep.
But my wife knows that. She knows I don't like eggs.
We love it. Okay. We're at the family book club, y'all. And I mean, I think family is like kind of a loose term, right? Like this isn't just within your own family. This is the three of your families, and then a couple of families probably that are in, I feel like one of your kids, Deidre, is a sports kid. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. In fact, the twins, both Rory and Rihanna.
Correct. And so I feel like, they probably play on not the school's team, but like an intramural team. And
for sure.
So you have met other moms and families through this.
we go to Nashua, New Hampshire every year for the annual national soccer tournament.
Oh wow, yeah.
And so it's a long flight, but it's worth it because Nashua is a very beautiful area.
Absolutely. So I mean, like there's folk from kind of neighboring places, and like maybe this is even one of the bigger ones where you've been able to get people from like farther out of town, and like then the teams can get together and the kids can just hang out and play and like get to see each other in like a non-competitive, non-competitive environment. What book were you supposed to have read?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me just take a little peek over here at my bookshelf.
Well, and remember that we're in the 90s.
Books that would fit for 1996.
I was going to say Lord of the Flies.
No, Lord of the Flies, that was last month. I'm going to say that we most recently read The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time.
Dog in the Night.
Okay, cool. And
it's a very good book. Highly recommend.
Somebody from out of town, someone who is not Midwestern, as a matter of fact, an East Coaster came in and said to you, Becky, that your casserole was dry. So first of all, Deidre, this is in your house and you are going to take 5 stress because you are mortified. You invited this person here. And the rest of the party is going to take 4 stress.
Take 4 stress right now.
Oh, Caroline, you better keep Becky's name out of your thin mouth.
Yeah. So Caroline said it. And so who do we think flung that first handful? Was it Becky? Was it someone defending Becky? Was it one of Becky's kids?
No, I don't think any of my kids would be like that.
Was it one of Deidre's kids?
I just want to say that this does not represent everybody from the East Coast. Just want to throw that out there.
I'm a roll and see what I. Oh no, it was definitely me.
It was definitely you.
I was on the fence about it. So I rolled.
Very good.
I rolled essentially like a wisdom save for myself, just to like help my role play, like whether it was me or not. I got a nat 1, so it was definitely I was in a bad mood already. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, it was not a good day. Like, Oham's in one of his lower points, and I was stressed with that. That's causes some financial issues as well. I'm not going to get into it. I hadn't had time to read the book, so I was already kind of feeling guilty about that. And and I only managed the time to bring 3 different dishes to the book club. So I had a casserole. Actually, I'm going to roll a d10 because there's 10 different casseroles on the website. I brought no, it's not a breakfast casserole, an easy pizza casserole.
Yum.
It's a pizza casserole. And then I also bought a vegetable soup for the vegetarians, and I tried a new thing, as I said I was trying new things. I brought a what was it that was just on the screen before? It was a taco spaghetti.
Oh,
It's like taco is a mixture of Italian and Mexican. Beautiful dish. So I brought those 3 things. But for the casserole, it's a little dry after everything. I said, "Oh, dry is it?" And I stuck my hand in it, and I said, "I don't know, feels pretty wet and sloppy to me." And then I just slap right across it. Yeah,
okay,
I just
so
slap.
the room very quickly divides into like the traveling out of towner team and the home front. And food is just flinging. So how are you going to win? I mean, stop it.
As in us as a collective.
Tell me what you are trying to do.
So
think about what you're good at.
So the I'm definitely good with utensils and serving spoons, and with casseroles, there's definitely a big old serving spoon. I also have the vegetable soup, which has one of those big serving soup spoons, and that can get a lot of soup in it. So I think what happens is we immediately go Hunger Games style, no pun intended, for like everybody run for the weapons in the center essentially, and you got to decide, you got to know who you are. Are you the sort of person who runs for the weapons and tries to grab the utensils and the tongs and the serving spoons, or are you the type of person who runs to the outsides and hopes to wait it out among the people in the middle? I think I'm one of the former. So I grab I slop it on her, and my eyes go wide. I'm totally mortified, and I say, "Oh my God, Deirdre, I am so sorry, but I see this bitch going for the soup spoon."
Oh dear.
Oh,
she's going for the soup spoon. I just can't abide. So I'm gonna reach in and try and grab that ladle and just. Psh.
I'm gonna very quickly grab a handful of chicken salad and try and shove it down this woman's pants.
I think
look at the face. Look at that face. You're like, oops.
Deirdre does like this quick calculation, like the math is going off in her head because Deirdre's great at math. Patrick is not. And I think is going to pick up a bunch of like plates and bowls and is just going to start like flinging them seemingly randomly in the air, but it's all perfectly calculated to like catch as much food in them as possible and then like land on the table as if presenter as if like setting the table neatly organized, like perfectly aligned with like all the like the salad forks and everything. Like so it was on defense mode effectively, but instead trying to be like, we're still having a nice dinner.
Okay,
everybody will sit down and shut up.
So, I mean, I believe that. Okay. So I think Becky's first, right? Because you did that, and it makes sense for you to just like continue on. So you are going for the soup, which is probably pretty hot.
Oh yeah, hot vegetable soup.
All right, let's have you roll a d6, and you're wanting to like. You're going for you're flinging like a ladle full, right? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, and it's like it's like a kind of an action. It's like a get back.
Yeah.
So that I can take control of the center, like I've learned from my daughter Shannon in chess club. It's all about controlling the center pieces of the board. You want to control the center. The winners are the ones who can control the center of the board the most. So I'm trying to control the center of the room, which is where the food is all laid out. If I can get them back with this hot soup.
She's going to be so proud of you. You got a 5. All right. So that is a complicated success. Everyone takes 1 stress off.
Okay.
You do. She backs off. Caroline backs off. Sort of steps back. The complicated part of this success is while she did step back, Riley, the family dog,
Oh no.
I was going down my list of all of our kids. I was like, who's
I thought
Riley?
isn't one of your kids named Riley?
No, Riley is
Ryder.
the dog. Although
the
I
dog.
do occasionally, considering that they all begin with R's, I do occasionally confuse several of the children
Yeah,
with the dog.
with the dog. Riley was excited that there was food dropping on the ground, and Riley came zipping out to help clean up because Riley knows their job, and their job is to clean up the food that falls on the ground. And so as Caroline is backing up, she trips over Riley and kind of goes ass over tea kettle. And in the process, she reaches out and she grabs onto Deidre, one of your like passed down from your grandmother's like doilies that goes on the back of a chair. She grips it, and as she's pulling back, she's trying to stay on her feet, it rips in half.
Okay. Oh,
And I'm gonna have Deidre go next.
Yeah.
You were trying to like. Do you want to change what you were doing? Your eyes twitching there, D.
No, we're doing just fine.
You got a little twitch.
No, we're doing
Just
okay.
fine, dear. Just
Oh
fine.
yeah, I know that went a little Irish at the end.
Oh, just fine.
Oh.
Deirdre gets Irish when she gets angry.
She gets,
Her mother's side.
And one too many wine coolers.
So
My surname is O'Callaghan. Holland is Linda's name.
right.
No, I think it's still trying to play defense and like, okay, sacrifices gotta be made and I'll fix it later. It's fine. I'll just crochet it back together.
I look at her like, it's okay. I got it. It's okay.
Yeah, that's champion to fix that up.
Stitch. It's a simple stitch.
No, I think we're still trying to like keep as much off of the walls and the carpet as possible.
Okay, give me a roll.
Okay. Well, 3 is my number today. That's not great.
3. 3 is a complicated success.
Okay.
-1 stress for everyone.
Okay, good. Feeling less stressed because we've got the upper hand.
You do. You have the upper hand. There's another complication. So you
Full on Matrix bullet time.
Yeah, you're
Complicated
like
success sounds like the
Casserole.
title of my memoirs.
complicated
Yeah.
success. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. A Midwestern
Yeah.
mom story. Complicated success.
Or just a Caito
That's
Aase
about
story.
That's about right.
So you are trying to read through what's going on here. You are so upset. You're angry that this person that you invited into your home really insulted one of your best friends in the worst way that they could have. Just you're so mad about it. And
Mad at Puppy Chow's fixing this.
no amount. And so you're sort of trying to rearrange everything and get things we're gonna organize it up. We're gonna get it all together. It's fine. And you turn and you make eye contact with Ryder, who thinks that this is the most fun. Because there's food everywhere.
It's the little one, huh?
Mhm.
Right,
It's always the youngest.
6-year-old. Huh?
Ryder's 6.
It's
Ryder is
always
6.
the little one.
And he just gets the most impish grin on his face. And he does that real low
dear.
giggle that kids do. That and reaches
Should've
up.
named you Damien.
And before you can stop him,
Ryder's middle name is Damien.
he has scooped up the entire Jell-O mold. And he's turned and he has shoved it on one of the traveling moms like chest, just the whole thing. Just
one
like
of the people on Caroline's side.
on Caroline's side.
Yeah. Good boy, Ryder.
There's like disappointment because I've definitely told Ryder that food stays on the plate or in the bowl.
Right.
But also like, all right, doing mommy proud there for a moment.
but
funny.
also, but now you can't.
Complicated feelings.
Complicated feelings. That was the
Success.
that was the strawberry jello mold that you like. You made that one, Deidre. That's the only thing that you made for book club today, and you were really proud of it. And he just smashed it on somebody.
Kids these days.
Blame the parents.
And
He's only 6. He's only 6. He doesn't know.
he's only 6. I love you so much, baby.
Ryder.
And then Nance, you wanted to shove some chicken salad in some pants. I feel like Nance has some anarchist in her. Like I do, like I feel like this is the thing. So give me a roll. Wait, first, who are you chicken salading?
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I didn't go to school on the Lower East Side for no reason.
Uh-oh.
I want a chicken salad, the BITCH,
Yeah.
the B word,
Mhm.
who insulted my very good friend Becky.
Yeah.
And as it happens, I'm going to run over with a chicken salad that this woman made because that's all
her
she
own
did.
Oh,
chicken
it's her own
salad.
It
chicken
was
salad.
the
Oh, that's
canned
brilliant.
chicken salad,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
put cranberries and raisins in it.
And a chicken salad. That one.
A chicken salad. It's not a Waldorf salad, and I'm sick of it. And I just
I'm sick
opened
of
her.
it.
I opened her elastic waistband, and I look her dead in the eyes, and I say, "Just because you're from Hoboken doesn't mean you're actually from New York City." And
Oh, snap. All right. Give me a D6 roll, please.
Just FYI, there are 2 different chicken salad recipes on this website.
Of course there are.
does one of them have gross cranberries in it? Don't put
Neither
sweet
of them
things
have
in
gross
Don't
chicken
put
salad.
cranberries in your
Perfect.
chicken salad.
I pulled a Patrick and rolled a 3.
Okay. Complicated success. So you managed to get all of the chicken salad down her pants, down the back of her pants, because she had
Mhm.
rolled over and was in the process of standing up, and you just like opened while she was like in downward dog situation, and you
I
just
hate this woman.
yeah,
I
and you just
truly.
shoved it all in there.
This is the woman who tries to outcraft me and yet is a terrible cook and was rude to my friend.
The worst. And the problem is that it got real slippery, and you dropped the bowl and she put it in a glass bowl. So it shattered on the ground. So now there's broken glass on the ground, and she's not having a great time, obviously. And she reaches out to try to find something to throw and grabs the closest thing, which was the box of cosmic brownies, and is just whipping them around the room like little missiles. Just like one after another. Just
I look at
you
Deirdre
all.
and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Why do you have white furniture?
Yeah, it's a mess here. This is going to be a really long time for you to clean it. You're going to have to call Stanley Steamer carpet cleaners.
Oh yeah, no, Stanley can take care of it. Stanley takes care of a lot of problems.
he sure
in his
does.
house.
He certainly did back in Jersey. You know what I mean?
Nance,
Wrong time for jokes,
I
wrong
do
time for
love
jokes.
you. I love you very much. I don't
This
know
is my
what
fault.
you mean.
I love
This
you.
is my fault.
So, I mean, everybody's joined in at this point. Everybody has
Mhm.
made there's like that moment, right? In a fight or in a food fight where there's like, everybody has paused and their eyes are darting around. And then everybody dives for the table full of food, which I think is probably in like a buffet style on the
Mhm,
side of the room.
Oh, yeah.
And is just like all the kids, all the adults, and it's just like a free for all. So what are the 3 of you doing? Getting pelted with stuff.
I think I'll go last on this one.
Okay.
After the soup fiasco, I drop the ladle back in the bowl of soup, and I get 2 handfuls of the taco spaghetti, and then I pull them out, and I like string them like this as I go in opposite, so it forms like a net of spaghetti, and then I throw it out like a net at somebody's face as they're coming. Someone from Caroline's team.
Okay.
Let's say Barbara on Caroline's team's coming.
Babs.
She's like, so she saw Caroline go down, and she's coming round the side, trying to get in from the other side, thinking I won't see thinking I won't see the knight setting up to checkmate my king from the side. No, I don't think so, Barbara. No. And I bring out my net of spaghetti and I throw it at Barbara's face.
All right, give me a D6.
All right, here we go. That's a 6.
Oh, pure success. You personally take -2 stress, and the rest of the party takes -1 stress. This happens as intended.
Wonderful.
So it wraps around her, and she's like, this is not, she didn't think this was coming. And it takes her completely off guard. She steps back and trips over Caroline, and they both fall down in a heap.
I can't help but laugh.
Yeah,
feel a little bit guilty, but it's
as a free action.
I've been dealing with a lot lately. I've been dealing with a lot, and
you feel great right now.
You know that your husband's going through
it's taking a lot out of me to be there to like. It's taking a lot of my cup to be there for Oham, and so now I'm like, and soon as I hit Becky, I'm like, and then I look around for other things to throw, and I'm just like, in it now. I'm like, hey, I'm going to have to apologize and pay the cleaning bill for Deirdre later anyway. So in for a penny, in for a pound. And I'm just...
Oh, yeah, you are.
All right. Nance?
I look to Becky as this is happening. I give her a wink and a high five. And as I run to the table to pick up the pineapple upside down cake, I reach into my little because I went to Burning Man a lot of times, so I have like a little leather belt that has like holsters on it, and I keep my glitter in there, and I so I take the cake, and I just, as these 2 women are tussling in the middle there, because I'm just still really mad about Caroline saying she's from New York when we all know she's from Hoboken. Okay,
very clearly.
And I grab the cake and I just drizzle all of that gooey syrup all over them, all coating them in it. And then I look to Deirdre and like toss the cake to her for her to catch, because she's so deft at this. And I pull out my multicolored craft glitter, and I just all over them as best I can to coat them like tar and feathering, but not horrific.
Syrup and glittering.
Syrup and glittering.
Yep.
Is the new tar and feathering.
Correct.
All right. Well,
because glitter never comes out.
Never.
They'll be picking it like for years.
They'll be picking it out in butt for years.
Your living room is now glittery forever.
It's gonna be. Listen, if you are friends with Nance, you have glitter in your space.
Yeah.
And as I toss the cake to Deirdre, I say, "Don't worry, honey. We'll take care of the bill."
All right, let's see what happens.
6.
Pure success.
Nice.
So because they see you doing this, the rest of Caroline's side are a little like, oh, we are maybe out of our depth here. This is maybe too much.
Don't mess with the Midwestern Mom.
And I whip around.
They start kind of gathering their children, but they're still in the room. And a couple of them, like Caroline and Barbara, who are down, they're still hopping mad. So they haven't made any moves to leave yet. So Deirdre, what do you want to do?
All right. So here's what's going to happen. Deirdre
glasses
is going
off.
to walk out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to come back in.
Uh-oh.
Like, if I can do this.
Okay, I'm ready.
Full like hair pulled back.
Uh-huh.
In like a messy ponytail.
It's business time.
With the whistle around her neck for when she's at soccer practice. And blows into it as hard as she can. All right, now. We've all had a lot of fun there. And I think it's about time that we all set an example for the children. We start cleaning up and we sit down and we talk about this wonderful book. Now, I saw 3 red cars today, which means that according to the book, it's a good day. And we're going to make sure that it continues to be a good day. Am I understood? Am I crystal clear? Do you all understand me?
Copy that, mon
And I'm
ami.
going to try. And
So
take
I think this is an organizational thing, so you get a +1 to it.
Oh yeah.
So really, you just need to roll not a 1.
Not a 1.
If this fails, I'm going to pelt you with some food.
Yeah.
That is entirely fair. I do love the idea that if this does fail, Deirdre's got like her hands on her hips and they're just standing in front of everything. And after they finish their long speech, wham! Right in the face.
A 1. Yes. All right.
All right. Wait, first, everybody needs to take some stress.
Ready?
Yeah.
Patrick, you
Nice.
take. Oh, buddy,
Oh,
you take 2
Jesus.
stress, and the party takes 1 stress.
Yeah.
I
It
watched
just
this
fails.
happen.
Critical fail.
I'm gonna take a stress because
In the
because I'm in.
face.
I think I'm in 2 minds about doing this or not, but I think she'll see the funny side later. And if I may suggest what happens to why this fails, then
I'm ready.
Deirdre, you're trying to be all like, I'm in charge, I'm a soccer mom. You hear me say, shut up, as I grab one of my sides, an easy Bisquick biscuit. And I take the pizza casserole that I mentioned before, and it's mozzarella over the top. So I take the stringy mozzarella and it's like baked onto the side of the casserole dish. And I string back the mozzarella and put a Bisquick in it. And then I, like a catapult, I slingshot a Bisquick biscuit right across the side of the face.
And it just sticks there for a moment, and it just slowly slides down.
That breaks the tension. Everybody starts laughing.
Yeah.
They get up. They start cleaning everything up.
I say to Barbara at one point, you know that your daughter was not supposed to be the lead in Cabaret. All right.
Oh, I do think that they end up
Please.
packing up and leaving. They leave the 3 of you and your multitudes of children. It is still a very full house. Because at this point, when all of you are together, you have 11 children.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it is
they're all out in age order as well.
It is 11 children and the 3 moms and
a dog.
And the dog. And the dog is so happy because there's food everywhere. I'm just like,
Riley's
I'm
having a
just
good
trying to get
time.
the dog to not eat the glitter.
Right.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
Yeah. So
No, you keep that. It's gonna bother his stomach.
You're going to have some exciting poops. That's all I got to say.
it's gonna be glorious. So they end up leaving, and the 3 of you sit down. Don't end up talking about the book, but the wine comes out, so you're feeling better. And that's how we're ending that day. And so the next day, Becky, let's see what happens for you. Everybody's
I love this. This is so fun.
I bring out a bunch of the previous day I brought out a bunch of home remedies for getting stains out and things, because I'm like, hey, no, listen, there's got turmeric in this and it's got this in it. So you need baking soda, and send Richie off to go and grab some stuff from my house to bring back, and white wine and all sorts of vinegars and things.
Thank you, dearie.
And while she's doing that, I just lean into Deirdre and go, when this doesn't work, you just call Yvette. She's got it.
she's got
So
it.
white wine gets stains out of everything. It gets stains out of the carpet, out of the walls, and out of my mood.
Out of my
And it-
mood.
to that, honey.
And it makes you forget about caring about the stains anyway.
Karen.
Okay. Friends. The PTA meeting is tonight.
Oh no.
Libby's cookies, definitely going to be store-bought. And last time, Janice brought a Hostess snack cake from the gas station.
Just one?
Yes.
And you heard through the grapevine, it was a landline phone call from Deidre,
Oh yeah.
that Deb burned her famous brownies and some of her kitchen.
Uh-oh.
It was a terrible, terrible, unfortunate accident. I mean, the kitchen can be dealt with, but the brownies.
But the brownies. Listen, tonight at the PTA meeting is election night. And with Deb out as a host, you, Becky, you volunteered, but it's in like an hour, and you can't get all of these treats baked by yourself. You need to call in.
I need some other
call
ovens.
in your friends. And so you're going to take one stress, and that's it. Just because you're very stressed. They're here to. They have sous chef for you before. They're ready to go.
Oh yeah.
So you need to listen. You're going to need to not only bake the treats, but it's at your house. It's going to be at your house. So you need to clean and prep. And there's like, I'm going to say maybe 90 minutes before it starts.
Oh gosh. Oh geez.
What are we doing?
First thing, I mean, Olham gets home in like an hour, so he'll be getting home and traipsing around and dropping his things. So I think first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna how do people message people in the 90s?
Just gotta call them. You gotta call them.
Gotta call
The
them.
landline. It's you calling right now. If you can hear it in the background.
I call Olham.
Car phone.
I call him at work and say, "Hey, honey," I explain the situation, and I try and get him to agree to stay out for a little bit. Go to a bar, get some drinks, go to a movie, treat yourself, do whatever you need, just to stay out of the house. You're going to be a problem for me if you come home and you're in a bad mood and everything. So that's my first thing I'm going to do.
Okay. And at this point, Deidre and Nance come rolling in.
Oh, thank gosh you're here. Thank gosh. Sorry, Johan. Give me 1 second. The girls are here.
What's the matter?
90 minutes is the matter, Nance. 90 minutes is the PTA is coming around here. Deb's whole kitchen burnt down. I stupidly agreed to it. No, I'm not talking to you, honey. It's a whole thing. I gotta make treats. I gotta clean the house up. It's a real mess. Shannon will be home from her thing soon. I gotta pick up Andrew. It's a whole thing. If you can just start
delegate, we can delegate.
Start picking things up. You know where things go. So if you can just stay out, honey.
Of course you do. Of course you know where things go.
Of course I know where it goes. Oh, no. Deirdre has absolutely gifted Becky and Nance.
Bunch of organizational
definitely not used them. Several organizational, like the whole kit and caboodle, like organizational
like
pantry,
container store stuff. Like
like the
truly caboodle.
Fully like
caboodles. We love caboodles.
Deirdre has bought the entire container store over the years.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Every time they come out with a new thing that has anything to do with organization, it's like, bam, boom, done, got it.
So a big thing that was in the 90s, I don't know if anybody else will remember this, but Longa Burger baskets.
Yes.
Huge thing in the 90s. And I think it is definitely.
I have literally never heard that phrase before.
Okay.
Maybe it's because of the region I lived in, but
perhaps. But
like a picnic basket.
Their Longa Burger baskets, they were like you know how you could have like Tupperware shows and stuff? Like you could do that with these baskets, and they had a bunch of different sizes. But a lot of them used, like people would use them to like display treats and things. And I'm gonna say, I think Becky would have some because they make your special food look even fancier, right? They would have a plastic lining so that you could always clean them out. But like, there's a fancy extra stuff. Yeah. And so like, this is the PTA election. You want to make sure that you look extra fancy.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Longa Burger baskets will need to be filled with the treats that you are currently making. And I think your kids, I remember one of them is sporty.
Richie's into badminton. And
Richie's in badminton. I think this is a day that she came home and just like dumped all of her gear.
Richie,
and it needed today? I mean, and it's like real messy and sweaty and like, and it's just like there's like a trail of it from the front door.
Okay, so I got to deal with that. Okay. If my husband agrees to stay out, I'll my next thing is to just start picking things up.
Well, let's roll a d6 and see if you convinced him to stay out.
2.
No, you did not.
No,
You're going to take some more stress. You take 2 stress. And the party takes 1 stress. And he says, no.
Question, does our stress from the previous encounter reset? Or do we keep the stress?
It's been a stressful week.
You keep it.
Okay.
He says, listen,
5.
I don't want to come, like, I don't want to go out to a bar. I don't want to go out to a movie. I just need to come home because I've had a rough day at work. And, my shows are on tonight and I'm going to come and watch it.
Can you do the thing where you move the TV into your room? I know you say it's a pain because you gotta readjust stuff. It's just that it's the PTA and it's.
I mean, all right. I'm probably not gonna get home for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh my honey, that's when people will start arriving. Okay, sweetheart, I'm there for you. Yeah.
We'll get it sorted. All right.
All right. Okay.
I'm like rubbing her back.
What you need to do, honey. I love you.
No, I love
Deirdre
you
is
too.
already,
Just like you hang up on him as he's like, I love you too. Click. Okay.
Knows where things go, just like without even looking.
Okay,
It's
so
just
Deirdre,
sense memory.
you're
we'll deal with that when he comes.
You're putting stuff away. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see how well you do. Give me a D6.
Would you call this an organization role?
I would absolutely call it an organization role.
Beautiful. That's a 5 plus 1 is 6.
It's a 6, pure success. What area are you tackling?
I think I am currently tackling the living room, and I'm a little bit,
which is where,
I'm a little bit blurry.
Well, you were real excited, and so you.
It is moving so fast.
You're moving so fast. We can't keep you in focus. Yeah. So you went to the living room because obviously that's where everybody's going to be sitting.
So everybody's going to be sitting. That's where the TV is. I think I've already the TV is already in the process of moving into the bedroom after you've said that.
You're a darling. You're a darling.
It hasn't quite moved all the way out yet, but you feel like this area is under control.
Yes.
You're good. Nance, what are you doing?
Nance is kind of panicking a little bit because the PTA is not her forte. But she's going to try and come up with some calming breathing techniques for our dear sweet Becky here, because she's very close friends with her and she knows that Becky can get stressed very easily. So she's going to teach her some of her calming yogic breathing that she just recently learned. She's going to teach her that so that she can feel a little bit more focused, a little bit more relaxed.
I mean, I feel like all right. This isn't an organizational task, so we're not going to penalize you. It's not really like, I think this is just a straight roll. Like, I don't think that this is like, I don't think it's a creative situation. Let's see what happens.
I got a 4.
4. Okay, so this is a complicated success. You are absolutely calming her down.
And exhale for 4.
Yeah. So here
Inhale
is
for 6.
the problem. She's calmer now. She's absolutely calmer. Everybody take 1 less stress, please.
Thank you. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, you feel better. The complication is that you have stopped doing any cleaning or prep. There's a good 10, maybe 15 minutes when you guys are just like Deidre has rejoined you and you're just all breathing together and oh, you know what? This is fine. And then you look at the clock. Okay. You're calmer, more focused, but
more focused, calmer. But now I need to go pick up the kids. Shannon's been waiting for me 5 minutes.
So, no, you had arranged for a ride home. They bus it.
Good.
Let's say they bus it.
Oh, thank God.
Here's the issue. Andrew is home.
Yeah.
Andrew is 12. And I don't know if you remember, being a 12-year-old boy.
Oh yeah.
But they're not the cleanest situation.
No.
And they're poor,
especially
hormones.
because I gave him 2 adjectives: curious and carefree.
Yeah.
He does not care.
You hear from upstairs, Mom?
Yeah.
I think maybe you should, when does Dad get home?
Get to the point, Andrew. I've got a -1 in patience.
There's a problem with the bathroom.
I've asked you to be more specific when these things happen, because you know how much it stresses me out.
Yeah,
what is the problem? Is it dirty? Is it flooding?
Yeah, yes.
What did you do? She's starting to take the stairs 3 at a time. What did you do? You little toe rag, I'll give you back. I swear to God.
The toilet is overflowing with some stuff.
Some poo?
I do not have the patience for this.
This is
I look at Becky and I say, give me your full length gloves. I'm gonna grab my galoshes and I'm gonna get real smart and creative about this.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I didn't look at the roll, so I'll point you in the direction of the cleaning cupboard, which is right next door to the bathroom.
Yep.
And it's all in there. Thank you, my dear. You're a lifesaver. I can't be getting my hands dirty because my muffins are about to come out of the oven any second now. Ding! Oh gosh! I'll rush on downstairs.
All right. Nance, let's have a roll.
I suit up all the way, like veterinarian glove style.
Yeah. Like you're going to examine a horse. Like just
yeah, right. I'm going to see a man about a horse.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means, right?
Obviously, that's what that means. Yeah.
Totally. And I put an apron on, like a disposable apron, and I put a little cap on, and I put my wellies on, and I'm gonna start just scooting the what's come out of the turlet into a bucket.
Great.
And I'm gonna start bailing it out of the window.
Very creative.
Into the garden.
As fertilizer.
Natural fertilizer.
As fertilizer.
Perfect. We love it.
Yeah.
Give me your roll.
Backyard or front yard?
Backyard.
It's on the side. It's on the side of the house. But like
side of the house.
It is not like over the front door or anything. Like
no.
The porch.
I'm gonna try and get it. I'm going to try and go a little bit over the wall because I know that that's where Caroline lives.
Oh, great. We love it.
Because I hate her.
Yeah, we hate you, Caroline.
Would we consider this creative?
I feel like it's very creative because you are also trying to use it to get back at something that happened earlier in the week. Very creative revenge.
Nance is a Scorpio. She holds a grudge.
I mean, that's very fair. Let's see what happens.
That's 2.
Oh, that is a failure, my dear.
Uh-oh. Everybody takes a
So hang on. Did you roll a 2?
I rolled a 1 plus the 1.
Okay. You take 2 stress.
It's appropriate that it was a number 2.
It was. You take 2 stress. The rest of the party takes 1 stress. Okay. All right. Yeah.
No.
Almost. What did you read?
You almost get it out of the window, but you slip a little bit in the water, and instead you just pour it on you.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I mean, luckily you're in the shower because the window is like in the shower.
Oh man.
But
I think the problem is that Andrew doesn't know that you're not meant to put tissues down the toilet.
Yeah,
only toilet paper, and so he's been disposing of
everything.
He's heard that people are coming around, and so he was like, oh gosh, and he took all of the tissues that are in his room that are just under beds and under in drawers and things.
Oh god!
And he just went and he chucked it all into the toilet.
Yeah, it was bad. Listen, it's gross. I'm going to leave you in that shower for a moment. I'm going to go downstairs and see what Deidre and Becky are doing.
You
Deirdre, I think, is like still continuing to organize as much as she can. But I think while she's doing that, she grabs the phone. And like it's definitely one of the like the corded phones.
Super long
like,
cord.
Like,
yeah.
Has it like tucked, does the whole like tuck in between the shoulder and the ear.
Yeah.
And she's actually gonna call her own house and is gonna try and get in touch with Robbie to bring over. Now, as Ryder has gotten more and more into cooking, we've upgraded from easy bake ovens to like convection ovens, like proper little like stove, like
toaster oven things and things of that nature. Yeah,
exactly. Like things that you could still bake things or like cook food in.
Sure.
And I want to say that we've probably got like 3 of these that
at
are
least,
on like cleaning
for
rotation. Just everything needs to be spotless all the time. And it's gonna be like, Robbie, hey, sweetie, we've got a little bit of a situation over at Becky's. Would you mind just bringing over just about as many of those little convection ovens that we have for Ryder as you can? That would be great, sweetie. Thank you so much.
All right, give me that D6 roll.
Well, that's cocked. That is a 5.
Okay. All right. So, complicated success. Everybody takes 1 less stress.
Okay.
They are very close to you. Like, you guys live really close together,
like,
and so they all just come zipping across the street. They bring all 3 of them. The complication is that they come in, they drop them off, and then because they are used to doing this. Becky, the treats that are coming out of the oven, they just start eating. Because normally that is something that they can do. They just come in, they can, you've always been like, take whatever you want.
Help yourself.
Yeah. So they come in and they're like, and they're like grabbing stuff.
Oh gosh.
I'm busy myself with other things and I don't realize, I think, until it's too late. No, honey. No, not those ones. I'll get you some. I'll get you some. I'll rush to the pantry real quick and I'll fling it open and I'll get some other.
The people who came over to help were the twins, Rory and Remus, but Ryder tagged along and Ryder starts crying because Miss Becky never yells at Ryder.
Yeah.
No.
And so now Ryder's crying.
I'm getting like Tupperware dishes out of the pantry that have got pre-made stuff like cookies and things that can last a little longer, that don't go as stale as muffins as quickly. And I'm like, here, you can have these ones. You can have these. Here, you can have. And then I'm like in 2 minds because I'm like, oh God, I'm giving them sugar in front of Deirdre. I'm like, oh gosh.
Becky, it's fine. We're in triage, okay? We're in triage.
Oh gosh. I just not these ones. These ones are for tonight.
Ryder, sweetie. Becky, why don't you have Ryder help stir some of the brownie batter?
Oh, yeah, right here. I'll just quickly grab something that's not even like necessary because some of the things are like needing to be whipped in a particular way. And so I'm like, nah. So I'll just quickly grab like a handful of flour and throw it in a bowl. I'll get like a piece of butter and I'll put it in there and I'll grab a splash of milk and be like, here, stir this for me, Ryder.
Give me a D6 roll. Let's see how much Ryder believes you.
6 plus one because it's culinary test. So 7.
So Ryder like okay.
How much I love
his little stool
your bacon, Ryder.
There's a stool, right?
Yeah,
they're always listening.
Spoon.
Like climbs up on the stool and is like, I'm gonna help you.
Good. I love my little helper.
Just like snotting all over.
Becky, tell him he can lick the spoon.
Hey, Ryder, after you're done, you know what you can do? You can have one of the cake lollipops. You remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's a cake batter on the spoon. Yeah, and you lick it like a lollipop. Yeah, but you have to finish stirring first.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I haven't gotten these out.
Oh my gosh, I live for it.
What time of year is it, so that I know whether I'm making pumpkin things or whether I'm making snowman things?
I think it's pretty early in the school year because we're still at elections, right? So it's probably like very early fall.
Early fall, which for you is October. So about
August,
September.
Yeah. All right. So I'll come up with 2 fall foods. So maybe pumpkin. I saw some pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin's good. Pumpkin stuff is good.
Right.
While you're finding that stuff, what's going on?
Pumpkin chocolate chip cupcakes with cream cheese frosting.
That sounds incredible.
Thank you.
I want to eat all of that.
I want to eat them.
What's going on, Nance?
This is a good website.
How are you? How are we feeling?
Yeah,
what are
all of us are downstairs. You're on your own.
You have no idea what's happening with Nance. She just disappeared.
With the 7 I got before, do I reduce stress at all?
Oh yes, you reduce 2 stress, and the party reduces 1 stress.
Yeah,
sweet.
Amazing.
Pretty good.
I think we heard a bump and a slosh, and we're like, she's probably
he's probably
a little whale.
Got this.
A little. I am going to very gingerly, with the one part of my elbow that's not covered in excrement, open the bathroom door and say, Deirdre, can you help me out a little bit?
Oh dear.
Please?
Oh dear.
Okay. Sure thing, Nance. Give me a moment. I think Deirdre takes a clothespin and just starts heading upstairs.
You are presented with, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. In fact, you think somehow that there was more of it after Nance tried to clean it.
Well, how is there so much? Oh dear. Okay. All right.
It's everywhere.
Oh yeah. It sure is, sweetie. Okay. All right. Don't worry. We're gonna get you. All right. I need you to get in the shower. All right.
Okay.
We're just gonna turn the shower on. Okay. We're just gonna turn it on. We're just gonna let it go. Well, I need a bucket and I need a mop.
Can you get one of those fancy new cleaners that you have? I know you've got the fancy ones that you keep on reserve, the industrial kind that you get from the Costco's.
Well, Mr. Scrub and Bubbles got his work cut out for him. That's for sure.
I trust you more than anybody.
Hey, we're gonna be okay. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna touch you though. Let's do that after the shower. Okay. All right. It's gonna be fine. And I'm immediately grabbing all of the cleaning solution that I possibly.
All right, roll me a D6 to see how good you are at cleaning up this mess.
Come on.
That's a 6.
6. Pure success.
That's a 6 on the die. Let's go.
So you personally reduce 2 stress, and then everybody else reduces 1 stress. And you come in here. Listen, you have 6 kids and a dog. There is mess.
You're not a stranger to poop.
Absolutely not.
No,
yeah, you
certainly not.
crack your neck and your knuckles, and then you walk in and you shut the door, and when you open the door again, it's sparkling clean. Even Nance. We don't know how.
And I go, that was the best shower I've ever had.
We should never speak of this again.
I imagine I turned to Becky as before this all happens. I'm at the top of the stairs. I'm looking down at Becky. I'm like, I'll be back. Slam the door.
I just have a plastic black trash bag.
They call me the Germinator.
Full of your clothes. Yeah.
Germs.
Yeah, you're in a different outfit. You don't know how this happened. It just happened. You're just clean now, and you look great, and you have managed to fix everything. Everything's great. You've done it. Doorbell rings. Everything is arranged perfectly.
I would like to note that there is a brown streak down the side of Caroline's house.
Stupid Caroline. All right, here's the deal. It's the next day, which happens to be a weekend. It's Saturday.
We love Saturday. Oh, wait, did Becky win the election?
Becky 100% won the election.
Oh, yay, Becky.
Let's go.
It was my mini caramel apple pies.
Delicious.
Oh, they are.
Despite everything that happened, you really did save the day.
You did.
It's true. You have not lived until you have had one of her caramel apple pies.
Also, I'm really hungry looking at this recipe because there's apple cider cups, which are like hollowed out apples with cider and cinnamon sticks in them. And delicious. I'm like, why is this?
I guess it's fall there. Is it fall there for you? For you, Rob?
It's coming into fall. Yeah, it's coming into fall.
All right. Well, get yourself some apples so that you can
get myself some apples.
Okay. So, hey, friends. Okay. I rolled real bad for you.
Oh dear.
Well, Nance, you and your friends have been hearing about the town next over hosting these fancy like tupper plastic parties, something like that. And you've got, and your sister said she had such a blast at hers. So you made a call, and gosh, wasn't she surprised? But you consider yourself a fine purveyor of plastics. So, obviously,
they're the most eco-friendly.
So you have invited everybody from the PTA over, and you're opening the boxes. And lions and tigers and bears, you are certainly not in Kansas anymore, because now you have got 6 boxes of adult entertainment in your living room, and Deb from the PTA is on your couch, just hoping that you will drop the ball as a hostess. So you got to sell these, right? Everyone?
Oh, yeah.
So Nance, you're going to take 6 stress right now. And the rest of the party is going to take 5 stress.
Is that the straight top of the scene? Does that push anybody to 9?
Yeah, does anybody at 9?
1 to 6.
Nope.
Okay.
I was on 0. That's why I won the PTA, because I was on 0.
Because you were
as
cool,
people
calm,
arrive.
and collected. Listen,
now I'm on 5 stress again. This has been a stressful week. I'm telling you.
There is a lot. There's a whole lot of stuff in these boxes. And you look over at Deb. You have the idea that Deb knew what kind of party this was, and knew that you didn't know. And it's just
this is a Tupperware
party. Is this
party.
A Tupperware party then?
This is a Tupperware party.
Oh, I see.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Oh, gosh. I came expecting some Tupperware. I was using some just last night for Riley. For Ryder.
Yeah.
So I was expecting Tupperware, and I'm getting cool B.
Getting something else. And Deb just looks like,
oh, it's got the multifunction.
Very smug. Very smug.
I go white as a sheet as I open one of the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I slap the biggest, most theatrical smile on my face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like my daughter taught me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's been doing theater.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, well, ladies, I know we were supposed to be having a Tupperware party, but here's the thing. We are all sensitive women who have needs. All right. We all have things in our lives that we need. And, quite frankly, I have a very busy spouse. I know all of you have a very busy spouse. And, sometimes that alone time is very vital to being both a parent and someone part of the PTA.
Oh, no.
All right.
Poor Deidre is hyperventilating.
I just thought it would be useful if we all had a little bit of a Tupperware party. All right. So, and I just pivot as hard as I can, as if this was the intention the whole time. And I deliver a monologue about the needs of every person who is a parent, because we're not just parents, we're people with needs. And it's okay to be a sexually liberated person and also a parent.
I will say Deirdre's not necessarily mortified as much as she is shocked, because when she heard Tupperware party, she got excited about
organization.
And is like,
there's like a moment of
I would have prepared
maybe
myself
this
for this.
Is different.
There is definitely like that moment of like, oh, it's not actually Tupperware.
Okay, but if you buy this, you have a new category of things to organize.
There's so many things to
organize. You can organize by size or shape or color.
Now
organize by utility.
There's like the cosmic brain extension.
Okay, I would like you to give me a roll to see how well your monologue is going off, my dear.
4.
I love this game.
Okay.
Oh wait, but don't you have a +1 to spontaneous? Because this
I get a +1 to I get a +1 to creative.
Creative.
Okay.
So it's up to the DM.
I mean, yes, but it still keeps you in that same category because it's from 3 to 5. So everybody takes 1 less stress. Everybody's like, you can breathe a little easier.
Okay. This is not the end of the world.
It seems
and I make very pointed eye contact at Deirdre and Becky, like, come on, ladies.
Follow me.
Yeah.
Yes, and me, my friends. So things, like it's going over pretty well. There's a couple of pretty shocked people, but they're okay. They're feeling all right. However, Nance.
Yeah.
It is at this moment.
Yep.
While you are holding a utility tool that has multiple speeds, that your sweet little Tina
got the turbo mode
comes into the living room because you two, like, she's your helper, right? It's just buzzing.
This is going faster.
I just place it on my neck, like, oh, this massager is so nice. Tina, what are you doing?
That's so good.
You know what, Nancy?
Tina is not
I've got
fooled.
this.
Tina is like, what do you have? What is that? And then she glances into the boxes. The 6 boxes, sort of loosely, and like everything's labeled. And obviously Tina can read. She's 11. And what?
Honey,
well, yeah.
Look, people have needs. Maybe you're not quite there yet.
You know, Tina.
Yeah.
Hey, you and I. I noticed as I was walking in, the room's a little bit of a mess, and your mom has not quite noticed that yet. So how about you never speak of this again? I'll go do that for you.
Give me a D6 manipulate a child roll.
Yeah, give me a bribery roll.
Yeah,
I'll clean your room for you.
I'm ready.
If you don't talk about
it's very creative.
That is so here's the thing.
I'm listening.
5.
It's a 5.
It's still within the same vein. I will give myself a -1 on that because that had to be pretty spontaneous.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can't lie. Yeah. You're so bad at lying.
Yeah, it's great. It's still within. It's a complicated success. Everyone takes 1 stress left, and she leans in and she says, "Okay, you clean my room, but like, I also want you to hide my diary from my mom because she read it last time. Find a better place for it." Moral dilemma.
Yeah, hiding a diary where mums wouldn't look.
A child's privacy is important, and they should feel comfortable talking to their parents about things. but I understand the need for private thought. Can I find an organized place for it?
As long as it's not a place that Mom would look.
Oh, I think I can think of something.
She
Because Deirdre knows Nance and knows like the free-spirited nature of Nance, that if something is like deeply organized, is like thoroughly
it'll
like
be like a
labeled and
Rubik's
everything
cube.
like that.
She will never find it.
She'll never be able to see it.
Okay.
Like deep within the sock drawer.
So Tina wanders off into the kitchen because she realizes that she can absolutely get away with some stuff tonight because you guys are doing something else.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So, we don't know what she's doing in there. She's probably eating stuff like that Mom would not want her to have before dinner. She's maybe, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe she even gets on the dial-up internet. She's in the den. She's grabbed some snacks and she is on the dial-up internet.
I just look at Deirdre like,
yeah.
You're so welcome,
Becky? What are you doing to help sell this stuff?
I'm trying to help Nance, kind of like a plant to magician's show. I'm like, oh, tell me more. What's about this one? And I'm showing a lot of interest. And specifically, I'm looking for something that Oham and I could use together as a
spice things up.
Enjoyable, spicy thing.
Give me a D6 roll to see what you pull out of the box.
That's fun.
5.
A 5. Okay, complicated success. Yeah. Everybody takes one less stress. This is why it's complicated. You reach into a box, just the closest box to you. You kind of root around a little bit, and you pull out something that, yes, the two of you could use together. Absolutely. It is, like, very large. Like, it's probably bigger than what you would have chosen or intended. But now you are at a point now where you feel like you need to buy this to encourage other people.
Yeah, I think it's because like I talked myself into a corner. I was like trying the plant kind of role of like, tell me more about like this one really interests me. For instance, what's this one? I'm really interested in buying this. And then it's like I've already kind of committed to saying it before.
It's so big. It's so big. Really, really big. But like, you're able to find that like it's your favorite color. I think maybe one end has a suction cup.
So what would this be for, Nance?
Well, you could very
Does it always jiggle like this? Could you
no, actually, and I press the button and it jiggles more and I go, oh. But you can also, if you screw it this way, then it's got different settings.
It says
there's a new pattern happening in the jiggling.
Yeah. But you know what's the lovely part about the suction cup? And I lick it and I slap it right on Deb's forehead.
Yes. Very good.
It sticks.
Very, very,
it sure
very
does.
good.
Not even going to make you roll for that. That's right on there.
What is this game?
Well, the best game
is
oh look, you're a unicorn.
And you've got tile in your bathroom. You've got tile on
I see.
And as you can see, the suction is very powerful, right, Deb?
Yeah, you just redid
Deb
it.
reaches up and yanks it off, and there is a ring on her forehead. She is not having a great time. She is really upset.
And it seems to be such a reasonable price for such a lot of
really
a lot of fun.
Just 3 payments of $19.99.
Or
I'll take one of these right now.
Or if you pay in full today, you get $5 off.
Oh, and this bonus little packet one.
Tiny one.
The one that
that one's just for you.
That one genuinely interests Maggie.
That's good.
Palm it to her.
Put that right in your puss.
Because of the kind of, with this being like a direct sales kind of thing, the more that you sell, the more money, Nance, the more like bonus money and product.
So this is an MLM of vibrating adult apparatuses.
Correct.
That is what Tupperware parties are. Just to clarify, they are
just to be sure that
MLMs.
Everybody at home knows what a Tupperware party actually is.
No. Yeah, they're all MLMs. Every single one of them.
All of them
it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. The OG MLM, if you will. So I would like, because that was a good display. Nance, give me a roll to see how convinced the rest of the people are to start buying.
A 6.
6.
Yeah.
Nice. Good time for that.
Nance, you have a flair. And I gotta tell you, because of the kind of freewheeling, artsy, ridiculous person that you are, the only reason why you were concerned about this was because you thought that the buttoned up folk from the PTA would have a problem with it. You are well versed in this sort of thing.
I come from I spent a lot of time in New York. All right.
You and
70s.
your also female partner, very, very aware and versed in all of these things. You
took her to Stonewall Inn on our first date. It was great.
Everybody takes one less stress, except for Nance. You take 2 less stress, because you finally are just like, I'm gonna embrace it. Listen, and you go off on like you start pulling things out of the boxes, and you're like, here's how you can use this, and you just like line them up. And by the end of it, everyone except for Deb, because nobody likes Deb.
Deb and Caroline, they're the worst.
The worst. They have signed up to buy at least 2 items a piece. So you're handing out.
Signed up to buy like 6.
Yeah.
It's like, look, we got 6 kids. My wife and I.
We're gonna listen.
You need to release that stress somehow,
this is important. And you have to have an even number because pairs, and then like
the buddy system.
And then also like some of them come in their own little like pouches, which is great for organization. Boy, you love that. Listen, you have sold all of these things. You've made it through with your pure successes. I'm going to say that everybody leaves happy, having bought a bunch of things. And we close on our Midwestern moms, the 3 of you, with like, you bust out the bottles of wine, and as we are like pulling back on the scene, Nance goes, wait, and pulls out one of these apparatus that didn't ever make it out during the thing, and is like, let me tell you how this is going to change your life. And that is the end of the episode of Midwestern Moms. Ta-da! We have come to the part of our program where we do our moments of gratitude. Something that happened during the game that was great. Something one of your fellow players did that was clutch or really funny or like really perfect. Tell me, get in there.
Man,
God, there's so many moments.
This game is way too fun. This game is way too fun.
Just a day, like you can just go, all right, making a TTRPG about, throw a dart and be like a day in the life of Midwestern Moms. And it's like, yeah, that'll be a fun one.
God. I mean,
so many good ones.
I'll say both of you just like constantly going with, I mean, I've played with both of you at the table before. It is no surprise that y'all are very good at yes anding. Just like the reactions from both of you to all of the different things. Caito with the getting covered in fecal matter, just like so good.
All in the day in the life.
Throwing the biscuit in my face and just like
So
having
good.
that break the tension of the scene. Oh, all of it was just, very
yeah,
good. So good.
And just like clever uses of things. Like I loved the tar and feathering idea. somebody having like a holster of arts and crafts stuff is brilliant. It's trickling somebody with upside down cake just so you can tar and feather them with glitter was brilliant. So many things. The idea of like us using our pluses and minuses to great effect as well. Like Patrick, when you walked into my situation where you're like, hey, the house is a mess, and you're like, I got this. I definitely have given you lots of organizational things, and I know exactly where they all are. And I made sure that I gave you a label maker to label all the boxes. And you were just like,
obviously,
and you was like, here's where that goes. Here's where dirty laundry goes. You were just like organizing my house. Brilliant stuff.
I'm gonna take the wig off now because
snatch that wig, baby.
Come
snatch
back,
that wig.
come
Snatch
back.
your wig, sonnies. I am yes.
Nailed it.
I was such a fan of Rob with Becky's just ability to whip out the most ridiculous recipe ideas, like the fact that you just had all of that ready to go, and you're like, wait a minute, what time of year is it? Like
the research that you did, like on the drop of a dime.
Yeah, real
specificity.
I tell you, when I was prepping for this, I was like, I don't know the first thing about this game. I know it's one of these sorts of games where you turn up and you make your character during the game, so that's fine. I don't need to know a lot of it, but I like to at least have heard of the game. So I went and Googled Midwestern Moms, and this blog came up first, and I was like, that's not it. Midwestern Moms TTRPG. But then it put it in my mind that this blog existed, so that then as soon as I rolled, oh, what sort of mum are you? Oh, you're the master chef. I was like, perfect. I know the exact blog that I need. I need to open up midwesternmoms.com. And look at these thousands of recipes and just have that at my fingertips.
Yeah, I mean, and to both of you, like your level of just story embellishment of who your spouses were, your kids, like this like wildly wonderful gender and sexual orientation acceptance that of course I expected, and nothing less at Sarah's table. Patrick, Deirdre's neuroses in and of themselves, just the level of like blood vessel popping in her eye moments of how is she going to allow her friends to both stand up for her and also destroy her house at the same time? Yeah,
I will say you with the beginning of the Tupperware party, like opening up the box, realize what's going on, and then just salesman mode now. All
right,
I feel like that's what I would do.
This is intended the whole time.
This is definitely what I meant to do.
This is how it was intended.
Yes.
So good.
One of my favorite things as well is Sarah, your ability to go, all right, how am I going to turn this, what he just described, into a complicated success?
Mm-hmm.
What is the complication that can come from that? Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
And then you just roll
it's always children and dogs.
Children and dogs. Yeah.
It was great. And it wasn't like, it didn't feel like generic at any point of like, oh, children and dogs. Of course, those are like the things that are going to be obstacles. It was so specific and so like, yeah. And like to like corral Deirdre into being like, I'm going to deal with Tina because Tina's going to be the problem here. You know, like
she
to give that like roadblock. Yeah.
We don't know. You have no idea what Tina was looking up on that internet.
And I don't want to know right now.
She had a bunch of tag words.
Don't want to know. There's no need.
That's why we have incognito mode these days.
That's right. I mean, it was much harder to be incognito then. But don't try. Don't try. And then it's better. Just don't look. Yeah. I feel like your house is very, very open with everything, which is maybe too open for what the children would like. Maybe
Probably.
maybe just don't.
Well, I mean, it's like it's good to like learn about things and just to be aware of like the world, but like maybe not so aware.
It was very like Nick's parents from Big Mouth.
Yeah.
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 Listen, I had a delightful time.
Me too.
I really like when you guys come on and I put you in the most ridiculous situations possible. And then I'm like, go. So let's go around and talk about where we can be found on the internet. I'm going to start at the top of my screen, which I'm sure is not actually the top of the screen because of technology. Rob, where can we find you?
Hello, I'm Robert Hartley GM. You can find me by typing Robert Hartley GM in all of the different platforms of choice. I'm on pretty much all of them. And the ones that I'm not on, I'm in talks about getting on to expand the reach. I'm a full-time Dungeon Master TTRPG player and professional nerd. I do this full-time, D&D mostly, but other TTRPGs as well. I'm most well known for being the Dungeon Master for a comedy group called Viva the Dirt League on YouTube. But I do a bunch of stuff in my own right as well.
And we are talking about trying to get Rob to come to Gen Con. And so everybody who's watching this, please put so much pressure on Rob to come.
I live in New Zealand, so coming to Gen Con is a big ask, but I will get there 1 year for sure. That's a guarantee. Whether it's this year or not is yet to be seen.
Everybody who said Rob a dollar. And then,
I make a living. Yeah, I literally make my living through donations, subs, all that stuff through content creation for Dungeons and Dragons. So if you ask me for a donation goal of like tickets to Gen Con, then we meet that goal, then I'll come.
Yeah, everybody, I would like you to kickstart my friendship with Rob. So please throw him some money, then he can come this direction.
Sirens and Silver reunion.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick, where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Patrick Keeffe. You can find me everywhere on the internet at That Gray Gentleman. For now, I'm trying to rebrand to my real name, but that's difficult because platforms and social media just hate all of that kind of stuff.
Hate change.
It's like changing your phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fact that like multiple different accounts on multiple different sites have my name as their username, but they've been inactive since they joined years ago. And certain companies just don't have a support team anymore. But yes, you can find me at That Gray Gentleman on everywhere. I'm an actor. I'm a voice actor. I am also a professional nerd. I do a lot of stuff with TTRPGs. You can find me over on the Writers Room 7th Sea, which is a podcast that we run within the world of Chaosium 7th Sea TTRPG. It's all pirates all the time. Very good fun.
It's very good.
Pirates all the way down.
Where they sold out in 3 days. So that was a lot of fun.
So proud of you. That's so exciting. I was following that very closely.
It's rad.
It's awesome.
And then you can find me over at the Quest Chest. I did voices for the Quest Chest. Go check out the Quest Chest at questchests.com.
And sometimes if you just call Patrick, they'll do just weird voices on the phone.
Yep, that's very true.
I want to call Patrick and get weird voices.
So then call me. You have my number.
I know. I could call you and be like, hello.
Caito, where can we find you?
Hello. I wrote mine out. On Instagram, I am at the Helena Handbasket, which is backwards for you, but it's THEHELEA.
It's not backwards. It's not backwards. It's backwards for you because it's the mirror image of what you're looking at, but it's right for us.
It's right for you.
On the Twitters, I am only Handbasket. It's a very long stage name. You can catch me all around the city of Chicago, as well as throughout the United States. And I travel internationally to perform because that's where I got my start. So I do burlesque all the time. And you can find me on the Shutters. If you're a horror fan, I am a movie revealer. Yes, I'm a final girl. Yes, I win. And it's great.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
It's spoilers, but like you'll get halfway through it and you'll be like, oh, there's no way that these ones are going to die. You know what I mean?
Got it.
So it's not a spoiler, but it is a spoiler. But it also has a lot of D&D references. So if you would like some 80s Satanic Panic D&D revealer movie on Shudder and Amazon Prime. And then we are dropping the
the film Black Mold, which will have its premiere at Panic Fest in Kansas City. So please keep your eyes peeled for Black Mold coming soon. Yeah.
I mean, that's just good advice in general. If you see black mold, like you should always be looking out for black mold.
Like I have a little mild bronchitis because I may have been on a set that may or may not have had black mold recently.
Ooh, yeah. Well, there you go. You should have been looking harder for it.
I should have. Well, I could see it very well. Being an actor is fun, everybody. Do it.
It is.
Definitely do it. It's the best. Working conditions are always perfect. La, la.
If you can pick yourself doing anything else, do that instead.
Why does that sound like my theater teacher? No, I'm just kidding. Also, one other thing. Too.
Yeah.
I am also the community manager over at Tabula Sono. So if you don't know what Tabula Sono is, we are a free browser-based TTRPG platform where you can build all of your cool games in a 3-dimensional way. It's like Tron and freaking The Sims had a baby, and then you can build all your D&D stuff in there. So check it out. We have a Discord. We are Tabula Sono, TABULASON.
We are going to feature it on a future Sarah's Table.
I'm looking at the website right now, and it looks dope as hell.
It's super
dope as hell. It's dope as hell.
Yeah, so do it. Anyway, do it. I'm Sarah Moore. You can find me on Facebook at Actor Sarah Moore because Facebook is weird. And then you can find me everywhere else at Pixies and Pins. You can go to my website, which is pixiesandpins.com. which is heavily branded and very adorable. My partner is the one that keeps it up for me. And one of the things it says on it is that I am a professional. There's a bunch of things listed. And the last one is, and friend, which is just cute and super true.
Yo.
You can also find me every Friday night here on twitch.tv/GenConTV on Sarah's Table at 5 p.m. Pacific. Next week, we are going to be playing the second part of the adventure for Horseshoe Academy by 9th Level Games, where you get to play magical ponies at a school where friendship is super magic, but it is legally distinct. So...
Sorry.
And then we have a couple other things coming up in the works. I'm going to get some folk on to play Ball of the Wild, where you play an animal dressed up in drag as another animal. And then I am talking to some folk about there is currently a single player version of Women Are Werewolves, which is a game about gender identity and being non-binary and how that affects your relationship and how people view you, and how that it can change your position within your family and within your tribe of werewolves, because in that particular one, everyone who is female will change to a werewolf with the full moon. But what happens if you change or do not change, depending on how you identify, and what does that do to your body and to your mind and all of that stuff? It can get very heavy, but it's a really wonderfully written game. And so I'm gonna do the solo version of that coming up. We're gonna have Tabula Sono on here. We're probably going to be playing Blades in the Dark with that. And so yeah, and if you are friends watching at home, if you are a game designer and you have written some rad game, I want you to tell me about it and give it to me. I'll even pay for it. I'm good with paying for it. I want to support you. I want to get your game out into the world and get some eyeballs on it. And with that in mind, thank you to Gen Con for giving me this platform so that we can just keep showing all of the cool stuff that people are making. Thank you to Brandy Rose for making the game Midwestern Moms, because it is
so great.
The
so
best.
Great, Brandy.
It was a good game, Brandy.
Thank you to Marcus Mays, who is our tech over at Gen Con TV. Thank you to Peter Atkinson for trusting me and letting me run wild on this platform as often as I would like. I'd like to thank my partner, Jeff, for being my editor and doing all of my personal tech support, and for, in general, keeping me a semi-sane human being. Yeah, listen, I'm sure there's a lot more people that I could thank. Thank you all for being at my table tonight. I love having you
Thank
here.
you, Sarah.
I would love to have you here
Such a joy.
all the time. I just want to put
Like
you all
literally
in my
whenever.
You do have Patrick here all the time.
Actually,
call us whenever.
we very strategically let Patrick take a step back, and I have to tell you, he has been
a choice.
You have been dethroned. The person who has been on Sarah's table the most. You have been surpassed.
Who is it?
Now.
Who
is it? That was a very, very threatening. Who is it?
It is my business partner who I wrote The Crown with.
Okay.
Damon Van Heem.
I'll give it to Damon. Okay. That's fine. It's acceptable.
But
am I at least second place?
Yes, but Lexi the first, hot on your heels.
Lexi,
however.
Hot on your heels. Hot on your heels.
Coming for you, Lexi. I love you, but I'm coming for you.
Coming for you. Yeah. So yeah, we also probably, I'm sure, are going to do another episode or two of The Crown. And this year, hopefully in the next couple of months, we are officially releasing the game that my partner wrote and that I wrote some supplemental fiction for, The Vanishing Lands. And so we're going to do an arc as soon as we're not kickstarting or anything. We are literally just releasing it into the wild. We contracted. It is a very family affair because all of the art is going to be done by our oldest. They are already working on it. It's very cool.
Oh my gosh.
Really good stuff. So if you want to support me and my partner and my children, like, buy a copy of The Vanishing Lands. And then we'll get to do that. So yeah, thank you all for watching at home. Like, I get to keep doing this because you guys keep showing up. So thank you. Yeah, and as always, keep making art and keep being art. We will see you next time. Mwah.